All right, there we go. Hey, everybody, how you doing? Welcome to another show. We were busy. We did 2 shows on Sunday because I got my new Shure microphone, much improved over the old Nano. My poor little Nano served me well, but eventually died, went out. What's going on, baby? I can't. My producer's talking.
No, not that.
Producer's talking to me. Anyway, hi everybody, how you doing? Boy, did we have a great show on when was that? Sunday? Yeah, Sunday. And it was so good because we had Gabby with us and we had Tone, Beatley Tone. So it became kind of a Beatley kind of episode. But it was fun. It was all about the music. You kids love it when my show is all about the music. My producer's talking to me and has thoughts. Okay. You fixed the green cast. No, I haven't. I haven't done a single thing with whatever color's going on.
Orange.
Oh, Sue's got some orange lights going, counterbalancing the tendency to the green, apparently.
Yeah.
Greetings, Rachel and Sue. Hope you're doing well. Yes, we are. Project Gemini, Mark Anthony K. But yeah, 2025. This is going to be my last broadcast until the new year. So, wow, 26 coming up. Wow, you have a big plant behind. Sue put the plant there. Boy, oh boy, we're doing a lot of changes around here as the year ends. I'm selling a lot of stuff on Marketplace. I'm doing that. You've got your guitar awfully close. What were you playing? I was noodling, Paul. I was noodling, man. I grabbed it. It's a little out of tune. I didn't even bother walking over to tune it up, but I like my guitar. I'm not as good as you. You're good, but I can still noodle away. I was doing thing. I did play a little bit of She's So Heavy. I Want You. Doing that. And a little bit Over the Hills and Far Away. Hey, Rachel Scuzzi, Happy New Year, everybody. Yeah, I guess we can do a Happy New Year because ostensibly, unless I go on tomorrow, this is going to be the last broadcast of 2025. It's been an eventful year, the year of the documentary. It started in 2024. Where we filmed it, but a lot of the promotion has finally come together in 2025. James Farley, Rich, can you talk about all the rock stars' butts you've kissed this week? I love kissing rock star butts. Without them, I have no music, right? You got to have your rock gods. Without rock gods, you got no music. So I'm all about that. Happy New Year to Tokyo Brian. Where's Eddie Perez? I was trying to grab Eddie here. Eddie. Hello, Rachel Sue. Hi, Eddie. We love Eddie. Great state, Lone Star state of Texas. I'm not that good. I love a good noodling on the old guitar. It is a lot of fun, man. I dig it, but I think you're good. Johnny's with us. We love Johnny. Speaking of guitars, that one back there is a John Lennon signature edition. It's an E60E, and I'm selling it for 750 Canadian. So it means if you buy it and you're in the States, that means I'll owe you money. Our dollar's so poor. But yeah, I'm selling the Lennon signature. The one thing that's not de rigueur is it doesn't have the Epiphone E truss rod plate over it. It's got a John Lennon kind of Imagine, the little squiggly from the Imagine album on it. So I want to sell the acoustic. This thing, it's not worth selling. It's a J Tourer guitar, and they go for what, like 250, 350 new. So you're not really going to get a lot of money on something like that, but they sound and play great. They sound and play great. There's a lot of voodoo, dare I say voodoo, when it comes to getting my producer going. There's a lot of voodoo when it comes to guitars, a lot of mythology, like, oh, I'd love one, darling. A coffee is being proffered. You know, like Gibson and Fender, like, oh, I've got a Gibson, an actual Gibson Les Paul. But in the old days, it just used to be Gibson Les Paul. Then they got in Les Paul Jr., traditional, classic, custom shop, yada yada yada. And that's a traditional from 2014, which was the 120th anniversary of the company. Okay. Okay. Rest in peace, Tatiana Schlossberg. Your grandfather was a true American patriot and truly deserved his name on the center. Schlossberg. Tatiana Schlossberg's gone, huh? Okay, real Nicktronics here. If I have any subscribers on here, you should have Nicktronic. I have a CD coming out tomorrow, folks. First ever physical release. There's the URL for it. I told Nick, I talked to him, I said we promote him around here. But here's the deal. When you follow that, you don't get much. You get this, right? So you go over there and there's Nick. And let's hide it. But get over there, support independent artists. Nick's also on Bandcamp. So you can support Nick on Bandcamp. I don't like this thing. Whatever the hell's going on, can I remove? By removing myself, I wonder if you can hear me. But anyway, this is what it's doing. Let me change the setup here. There, that's what I want. I don't like the little me, like a mini me. Look, I'm all tiny. I don't like mini me. Had it at the opening shot. I don't want it to do that. Anyway, there's Nick. So you can go over there here, and he just dropped the URL. Head over there, support independent artists, as I always say. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to start watching my own program here. Hang on. I got to get in here, and I got to mute me. And I'm going to go to Nick, and I'm pinning your comment, Nick, at the top of today's broadcast. So everybody will see that for today's program. So please support Nick. Get over there. The other thing I did is I put my budgie up for sale over on Marketplace. So it's up for sale. My budgie phono stage. So that's going on. So there's a lot happening, a lot going on. Now, folks, I know Tokyo Brian's with us today, legend, Tokyo legend. And Tokyo's got, like he's a camera guy. Tokyo, I'm looking at a G85 Lumix for live streaming. So I don't have to battle my green tinge anymore. And well, Sue says I look great. But anyway, these cameras are the next step up. And I know you know a lot. See, Brian, you should come out and help me. Okay, now The mic looks great. This is Rich. I love Rich. Rich, where the hell have you been? I need you for popularity. If I don't have you, if I don't have you. The mic sounds great. How do you turn off flash and meter on the top? There has to be a setting for such a fancy mic. I'm not sure if you can. I don't think you can. You can change the color on it, but I like the green. I like the bright green. It's showbiz. It pops. Anyway, that's a lot better one. Why did the link not work for you, Rachel? I just clicked on it. Must have gotten released early because of the holiday. It's out now. Okay, well, let me try and get in there, Nick. You're pinned to your comments pinned. Let me see what happens. Okay, it's in now. It works now. It wasn't working a second ago. Let me reshare. Ladies and gentlemen, go support Nick. This is going to put my, what is this going to do to me? It's going to put me down a bit. Actually, it's only $21.90 Canadian to get it. I probably would not buy the physical media. I would probably get it digitally. Is there a digital option on this, Nick? Let me know. But there it is. That's quite attractive. And can you play any of this now? Am I able to play any of it, Nick? Let me know. Let's go smaller. Come on, man. What in the world of spore? Anyway, so what I want to know was, hold on, what's this? Rachel, that guy, you have what? Okay, you can't play any of it. Okay. Okay, I was recently kicked off a flight for sleeping. I sleep in the nude. See what Dave did there? It's a Dave humor. It's Dave Pickup Artist. He's a talented. Okay, my only advice with cameras, get the coolest looking one. They're all good. Just get the one. No, here's the deal, Brian. For live streaming, I do 3-hour live streams when I'm lucky. And what you want is to keep them cool because they're, like SLRs. And so the best at keeping it cool, I'll just move it right back, right there. I don't worry about the mouse pad. I really don't. But to keep it cool is the Panasonic Lumix line. And the G85 is really quiet. And also its successor is the G90. G90, of course, older. But so I'm talking about a Lumix G85. You know anything about those? Anybody have a G85 Lumix? Anybody got one you want to sell me? Oh, that coffee is good. We got Paul with us. We love Paul. Paul's a good boy. Poor Paul. He puts up with a lot. I give him such a hard time, but we love Paul. And he's a good lad, and he's been around for a good long while with us. So we love that guy. And Vinyl Dale is here. Controversial. I don't know. Do we get you tonight, Simon? I'd love to have you on tonight. This is where we talk about, this would probably get me some good views too. If we talk about the controversy surrounding the vinyl tag 2026, controversy has occurred. View meters know something. I prefer Nikon's color science. Yeah, but the problem with Nikon is they heat up. So if you're doing a 3-hour stream, they aren't the best for streaming. I've already been researching this VU meters. I mean, who the hell wouldn't want to own a Nikon camera? Yeah, Sue thinks I look great, but she's biased. I need a camera. I'm still thinking I want a camera. I've got a lot of stuff up for sale. Everything's for sale, except for Sue. But everything else is for sale. But it was close for me between Panasonic and Nikon. Too many people already have Sony, so I didn't go that route. I know you've got an aesthetic, Rich, and everything you do looks good. Like your video, whenever you're on, you look so good and pro. You sound pro too. But I sound pro too. And I was looking at a Scarlett Sono 4th generation. It's kind of like an MXR. MXLXR.
It's an XLR.
It's an XLR cable input thing. Anyway. So Marty in Oregon, we love you, Marty. We're talking all sorts of stuff. We're talking all sorts. All sorts. Let me get this thing going. The channel's doing good, man. We got on Sunday, I put together quite a deal because I did one show with 1,400 views. And then the one with Gabby and Tone is up to 1,300 views. I think it'll end up doing better. It was a really good Music Center program. So for those of you that like giving me shit about the politics or anything else, philosophy, wherever else I go, that may be the show for you. Rich goes, I use this for live streaming, but now mostly I work team calls. Okay.
I've seen the spot. It's good to be kind of e-meet in the
e-meet range. Yeah. Bring up the wax. Ramoga just loves Rob. I don't even know where Rob is. I haven't heard from him, so I don't know, where he is. I have no idea.
I did a stream this morning.
Yeah.
Do you want me to send him
The Lumix G85 will no doubt be great for what you're doing, but so will the Canon, Sony, and Nikon equivalent. But they all have equivalents. Yeah, but the whole thing is they get too hot. That's what I want to hear, Simon. Get your ass up here. Bring it British, lovely English patootie up here with me. But before anybody else comes, then you and I could have a private, intimate moment. Wouldn't that be great? Invisible Ray will be beside himself. Where are your pals, Rob and Mazzy? Look, Rex. Okay, these are independent, grown-ass men. They have their own ways and wherefores. They have their own world that they live in. Okay. Anyway, it's good to see everybody. Last show of 2025. What a year it's been. Shut down the old channel, started this one. Started the political channel. And my latest foray into creative endeavors is flight simming. It was something I used to do many, many years ago. And I'm just on the verge of putting something together for that. I already went and did a combat mission. I went in what's called a fur ball, shot down a few planes, artificial intelligence planes, to be fair, in my Spit 9, took out some Folke-Wilson Messerschmitts, flew off. Rach, the camera you got now works fine. The trouble is it gets a green tinge, Marty, and so I'm looking to upgrade, and I know that this is the next and final step I'll need for my professional broadcast career. Rich, do you ever thin out your record collection every now and then? Good question, Dave. I don't. I'm at 1,500, and I'm really happy with the collection. Like everything, there's not a record in here that I wouldn't want to play. As a matter of fact, I've got a stack. They aren't invisible. Well, they're just on the very edge, right there, just the edge of my camera. And they are old-timey records. A lot of them are old-timey. And I kept two. One was Terry, God, I'm not sure the guy's name. I want to say Jerry Chambers. He was an Australian act, but it's got Shaken All Over, Shaken All Over. I got shivers down my backbone. It's really early rock and roll. He later became a country music star. He was born in 1941. Like I say, Australian, but he's still with us. He reinvented himself in 1969 as a country singer. And he liked the rockabilly, and there's a little bit of that in there. Here's to 26 for Rachel and all the VC. Cheers. Let's copy my cheers, lad. With me Fabs, me Beatles one. Well, for fuck's sake, your walls are green. You're wearing a green hoodie, and you got a green plant. True. It's my favorite color. Okay, Rob says hello from his coffin. He will be at sunset. Dave with the funnies. Viva Las Vegas with Dave the pickup artist. Holy smokes. Okay, Martin's here. Not Marty, but Martin. Never get rid of your stuff. Never get rid of your stuff. Well, there's some stuff I want to get rid of. Some stuff I want to get rid of. I'm happy to sell that. $750 Canadian. God, it's a deal. Do you know, I saw on eBay, if you go right now, that guitar is selling for $1,300 from some cat in Japan. some cat in Japan. Mazzy said he was going to George Borden live stream tonight at 6 Pacific. Well, that'll be happening later. So Mazzy may be saving his vocals. That's fantastic. I'm glad George is live streaming. We love George. He's a good lad. I have a Canon R5 that is famous for overheating, but it never overheats for live streaming. If you're burning to disk, you'll heat up. But if you're just feeding a stream, you won't overheat. Well, it's good to know. Good to know. I could leave my eyes open for a Canon experience. I know the Canons are highly desired and they do beautiful work. A lot of people use them. Our friend David, Safe and Sound Texas, has got a Canon. Okay. And Jens goes, just look at that little green light working overtime. Hooray for the new mic. Yeah, I'm not in and out, in and out. Richards, you've nailed it. Isn't 750 Canadian like $2 American? Yes. So long as you set your settings correctly. Well, I will set my settings correctly. That's for damn sure. Rach, we have had that exact J160E Epiphone for over 20 years. Well, this one's going out the door. I've got it up for sale. And it's going to go towards my new camera. So that's what's happening. But yeah, so I'm definitely in the market for that. Ladies and gentlemen, I've already put the link out if you want to join me. Anybody wants to join me and come up and talk rock and roll, we will do that. Okay, the nice part about the Nikon Z mount is that you can adapt almost any lens to it. Well, this thing, the one I was looking at, the Lumix 9G or 90G, it has different names, the 85G, whatever, for the earlier version. It also has a 3.4 system. It uses the 3.4 system in conjunction, I believe, with Olympus and or Canon. And so you can adapt any lens in the 3.4 family. So it's cross-platform, which is kind of good. Yeah, you know, this is a good microphone, right? And you see all the pros use the one up from this, but this is a duo. It does USB and the MXR or whatever they call it, MXL, MXR, I don't know. But it does both. And so that's really great about it. So then I was looking at, there's one on Marketplace for 180. I said, what's the cheapest you'll sell it to me for? So I'm waiting to hear back. It's early in the day. The person may be out working, may not have looked at it. Beetle Babe goes, I snagged an eMeet S800. That's what I got right here. I'll report back if there's a different limitation on the setting than the S600. The S800 is superior. I watched every video on it. They said it's better. I use a Lumix for my concert photos, but I prefer my Canon, says Gabby. My Canon broke after 10 years. Ouch. So I had to get a new Lumix thing. Lumix. Canon no longer makes the camera I had. Well, that's the thing, right? Or you could go buy a used version of what you own or get the one next model up, right? There's always that. Excuse me, but I got to suck this coffee. One of the things I've learned is that cameras have shutter life. So they go, oh, this has had 600 shutter openings kind of thing. So every time you take a picture, an angel loses its wings. Every time you take a picture, it's wear on the mechanics inside there. Okay, I call him my protege. This young man I've really taken under my wing. Okay, this is Jim out in Yorkshire. Helmet has returned. Vinyl Dale is a legend of the VCUC. Yes, he is. He absolutely is a legend. We just love him. I would go middle of the line Canon. A middle of the line. Well, you don't need the best of the best, but like I say, I was talking with the AI and then looking around comparisons and different used cameras, and oh, this is the best one. Rach, what's up with the wrist brace, hand falling asleep at midnight? No, right below me out of camera sight is my joystick. And so I've been ranking on the joystick, twisting, turning, shooting airplanes and stuff. And, at my age, I'm going to be 68 in 2 months, less than 2 months. And so with advanced age, you get the arthritis and crinkles and crackles and both. So I find this just adds a little extra support when I'm grabbing the old joystick. You seniors know what I mean. Anyway, okay. Okay, he is a legend without question. Simon's too humble to admit. That's a beautiful thought. Okay, fun, Scoozy. This is interesting. You're very fast when it comes to decorating and moving things. What do you think about that comment?
Great.
Okay, and Gabby goes, I've probably exhausted my 2-year-old Lumix by now, or Lumix. If we're talking shutter life, no, they have quite a few. It's a good long life they have. They do last a long time. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a legend of the VCUC. Probably single-handedly defined the VCUC. It's my privilege. It's my great honor to welcome to the stage Simon, aka the Black Helmet, the Dark Helmet, Helmet. And you've got the lovely flag of the Union. We don't call it a Union Jack, apparently, unless it's on a sailing ship. His Majesty's sailing ship.
Hello, Rachel. How you doing?
Look at that. That's a proper. Now, more people need to talk that way. Boy, oh boy. Because I never remember where you're at. You're in like Sussex or something like that, Simon.
I am, yeah. West Sussex, yeah.
West Sussex. Bloody hell, I'm envious. I love England. But it's under trouble right now. The free speech stuff and all that is horrible. So you can be very careful when you're on my show. I don't want any trouble happening your way.
Oh, God, yeah. Yeah.
All right.
I'll be on my best behavior.
I got your back, man. All the way across the Atlantic. Okay. Oh, there is DJ Joel. There's a dumb movie called Joysticks. We sang the theme song for years. Okay, let's get right to the chase. This is probably why people are tuning in all over the world. Global broadcast today. And one of the questions that we have for you, Simon, is do you take umbrage with the early release from fellow Britisher David Atkinson? David Atkinson launching the vinyl tag. What's your quick take, your hot take?
Not so much David. Not so much David. But I think it was damaged from the year before. And are there any names? Let's name the names. And remember that beautiful a graphic I did with it was Edwin, pretty green vinyl guy, born in Belfast, Ireland, with Mazzy. Yeah. I put him in the water. They were torpedoed by a big VCUC submarine, and I had it was just brilliant. And then I had a kind of the ghostly figure of Rob Walker overarching, because he showed up on, I think it was your show or maybe Ian Rankin the Obscure, and he went rank. He went mad dogs in English, man. Yeah. And I get why. I understand why. Look, I don't necessarily blame Edwin for doing a tag.
He's young and innocent. What did he know?
He just went along with it, but under Mazzy's influence, I think. And I think the blame lies at Mazzy's door.
Mazzy. Yeah, it always ends up at Mazzy's door. Instant karma. You need a wrench. There's always business going on with the show, Simon. So I've got to just tend to business. Instant karma's going to get you. Going to knock you right on your head. All right, there we go. Okay, so continue. So Mazzy. So what did Mazzy, how did he misplay it?
Well, he put Edwin on a pedestal.
Okay.
And he released the tag earlier than it normally would have been.
It was early. It was early.
It was early. And had Edwin released that within after the 1st of January,
yes,
that tag wouldn't likely have got as the status as it managed to get. But they only got that because, one, it was out early, and two, he put the official tag ownership on it.
Yes, it was branded.
Which elevated him to the top, basically.
It was branded as official.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that obviously irked a lot of us, and it irked Rob Walker massively. And I'm sure this is probably, all under the bridge now with Rob.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't think he'll ever forget it.
Okay, hold on, Simon. 2 announcements. Tim just gifted us a dono of 5 boiled eggs have been purchased. Tim, I want to thank you so deeply for that. Second, Simon, just chug that back, as we say in Canada, chug that brewski. We got trouble, and we got it right here. I don't want controversy, but obviously the villain, you speak of the devil, and okay. Oh, you saw it. He's here.
Let Simon finish.
He's here.
I want Simon to finish. Let him finish.
Okay. All right. Be calm, Massey. You know how you get upset.
I'm totally calm.
Yeah.
He just has it all wrong.
I'm not here to hate on Mazzy.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Good.
Let's make that clear.
All right. Thank God for that.
Like I said, the blame lies at his door for what he did.
Yes. And obviously we all agree with that point. But here's the deal. On a scale of 1 to 10 in the Richter, how important is this ultimately?
It
is
isn't.
It up there?
It isn't important because this is YouTube world.
Yeah.
And it's not important.
And it's
but
not
within
important, but it is
within YouTube,
yes,
I find it important. But like during normal life when I'm out about working, family and the rest of it, of course it isn't.
Yes.
Grand scheme of things, no.
I agree.
Harry's right. Massey anointed it. Here's the thing. Like part of the problem I've thought, and people say, oh, it can get too clicky, but I think if we make the rule.
Wait.
Oh, what's going on, Mass?
First of all,
yes.
I had no idea Edwin was going to do this. Nothing to do with me. I've never met Edwin. I know during the pandemic, we did a collaboration. I had no idea he was going to do a tag. I wasn't the first to respond. I think the issue Simon has with me is because in my snark, I have a decent audience, and so I have a lot of viewers, and I wrote the term official, like I write the best of the year. It's not the best of, it's my opinion. And if you listen to the video, it's a riff, the official. Nothing's the fucking official thing. That was my only thing that you seem to be upset with.
Yeah, but that gets used very loosely, doesn't it? The official and unofficial. And they're both ownerships on the tag, official and unofficial.
Yes. Here's my
think that
I was one of many who responded to the tag.
But when you weigh in, you're a gorilla in the room, man. You're so big. You're a gigantic ship. The rest of us are tiny little tugboats.
I like Edwin. I watch his channel when he does videos, and I understand there's people upset. Like the thing this year, it was 2 weeks ahead of time, and all you have to do is wait till January to respond to it. It kind of gives you the homework assignment. And on January 2nd or whenever you want, you do it. I think there's 50 people or 60 people have already done it. And I look at it as the holiday break. I think the holiday break between Christmas and New Year's is the best time because a lot of people are off of school. But that's how I look at it. But
I disagree. I think it's at the wrong time. I think Christmas is a busy time for people. And they're just not got the frame of mind of making a tag, in my opinion.
Yeah, not as Jews. Hanukkah was over by that time.
Okay, hang on. Was there in the works somebody that, like, we don't have a succession, like Queen Elizabeth, God rest her, passed on, and then we got Charles, which is a mistake against humanity, obviously. But at least there was a succession. We knew that Chuck was next in line. After Rob Walker abdicated, a la Edward VII or whatever, then what we get is it was open. The field became open. And do you see that as a problem, Simon, that there should be a succession? Yeah. So Rob could have handed the baton off, so to speak.
I don't think Rob should have made that video. I don't think that was a good idea on Rob's behalf to go and make a video and say, look, I'm no longer doing it, because it gave an opportunity to everybody else to just pounce on it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's what happened.
Yeah. So before Rob did it, there was Andrew, Tales of a Crate, was doing it for years before Rob Walker. before. Maybe you weren't there.
Well,
then.
even before Rob Walker, we had other people before
Well,
Rob.
Andrew from Tales from the Crate was the guy that was doing it for.
Yeah, but I know he did it the most. But then before Walker came in, there was somebody else that took it on before Rob. It would have floated around a bit.
Well,
Different people did it.
That was
I think Rob did it for about 3 years, didn't he?
Yeah.
Rob had a reign of 3. He had a 3-year reign, or two or three anyway.
Yeah. So, something like that.
I think it's a lot of like sort of bullshit being so upset about it. And, I apologize for jumping on you if I have, or anybody like that. It's like, do it when you want to do it, or don't do it at all. It's kind of like the George Harrison thing. I'll play whatever you want, Paul. If you don't really want, I won't play anything.
I hear you, Mazzy. But the vinyl tag has been going on for years before me and you came along.
Oh, absolutely.
And it was always, traditionally, it was always the 1st of January. Now I think we should continue that tradition. We're British. We're very traditionalists in our ways. We like things.
Yeah,
but if the Beatles always did the same thing
you know?
over and over again, I think you got rock and roll. There's no rules. You break the rules, you go ahead. That's how I look at it. We disagree. That's fair. I respect your disagreement with me.
So now we're in a situation where David Atkinson, fellow Brit, has launched. Now, do you consider this the official tag, Simon, or are you in opposition to what's occurred?
Well, this is the official UK tag, even though he's called it the unofficial tag. So there's 2 parallels now. We've got the official tag, which seems to be the American one this year or next year.
I don't think there's a difference. I think it's just, I called his unofficial official. I put the official on every year. No matter who does it, I call it official.
I don't think it needs the official line.
You know what it is?
In his times. Rob never did this. Rob always put Rob Walker vinyl tag, didn't he?
To be honest with you, and this will sound like an excuse going back, but the reason I put official is because the last few years, even before last year, before Edwin, after the vinyl tag, which is kind of, maybe I shouldn't call it official, I should call it the main. But if I call it the main, you'll be pissed. There's the jazz tag, there's a punk tag, there's there's other subgenres. So the official, I call it the official. In my eyes, it's the main overview of everything. That's how I look at it.
Well, I too have an unpopular opinion where you have, I think it's rightly so, you have all these alternative vinyl tags. You can have the main one, yes, but you can't stop other people from creating their own tags.
Right.
Mixing it up and doing their own thing. And a lot of people are against that opinion of mine. They say, no, we need one tag and one tag only.
But
it dilutes it.
Do it.
These were David's words to me. It dilutes it when you've got multiple tags, even though he created his own one.
It's like record releases.
There's just a huge contradiction in the whole thing.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's like putting box sets out. Do we need another Beatle color variant? We don't. But if people want to
so far, here's something that's happened this year. We haven't seen any secondary tags initiated. At least that I'm aware.
There's
like the metal tag.
But it's still early. It's early.
It's early days.
A soul funk tag was added a couple of days ago.
Simon, was there an heir apparent in the UK that was prepared to go out into the ocean of the vinyl community? I love these allegories. Before Edwin launched his own horrible submarine to torpedo you all.
Well, me and Ian created a tag and other people on his channel. But that I think that was kind of overshadowed in the end by Edwin, by that tag. I think
he didn't know. If he didn't know.
I'm not trying to tell grapes here, but I think that was a little bit overshadowed by Edwin beating us with a punch. It might have got a bit more viewership otherwise, but it's done now. It's in the past. Anyway, that happened a year or so ago.
Yes.
And a few of us, a circle of friends of mine, people I know, not everybody, because this tag is popular. It's loads of people are doing it, and that will continue. But there's a group that I know who, and I'm not the only one, are a bit sort of uninspired because of what's happened. Yes. To a point where we're just like, I don't want to be doing the tag. You know, I don't want to be doing it because it was a disaster, and you know, we feel like we've been cheated. So you know, the mood isn't good. The mood is like,
wow.
I think it's rather silly. Like it's broken up. It's a disaster. I mean, it's a disaster. We have a disaster here with our.
I think Massey was the first.
Trump is a disaster. The vinyl tag is not a disaster. That's two different things. So.
Okay, I'm over exaggerating a little bit, but the mood isn't good. The mood is like.
So Simon, were you about to launch your own tag? Were you going to take the baton from Rob? Is this why you got invested? Were you the man?
No, I wasn't going to do that. No.
I'm selling the Lennon signature for $750 Canadian. That's a bargain. Let me know in the comments below.
But there is talk about creating a tag for next year.
Okay, what's going on next year? Tell us about that.
Well, a few people in the chat, in the chat of the video which I made, have said about, look, let's rewrite the vinyl tag, bring it back to its roots, its traditional roots.
Yes,
putting it out on the 1st of January.
I love that. I love what I'm hearing. It's gone so far.
So would you be upset if I waited till January 3rd and I called it the wanker tag? I just put my own name on it.
No, I wouldn't be upset. You can do what you like, Mazzy. It's fine.
Okay. Thank you.
And I doubt you probably will anyway. But
I'd like to have fun with it. I am a bit of a wanker myself because I like to just be snarky and have fun. I look at it that way, and I'm sorry that people were offended by calling it official. God forbid
I like to do my own things at times. When I see tags, I like to put my own.
Okay, hold on, guys. I mean, one of our most controversial figures in the vinyl community, one that people either love or they love him even more. We just love him. Here he is, it's Eddie. Hi, Eddie. Oh, there's another character here. Oh my God, it's the Rubik.
Tag this.
There he goes. Hold on.
Tag this.
Oh my God. Okay, here he goes. There he is. Hi, Rob.
Rachel.
Rob, we're talking about the vinyl tag right now.
Rachel.
Yes, Rob?
I'm penciling myself in for 2027, Rachel.
Holy shit. Well, let's talk about the penciling in. So, Simon, tell us the plan so we know that nobody runs interference on it and gives you guys wide berth so you can create this, because we don't want, for the love of God, no one wants war with the VCUC. Tell us what's going on. What's the plan, Simon? What are we to look for coming in 2027 or later in 26?
Nothing's definite. It's just talk at the moment. But there's a group of us who want to get together and create a new tag for 2027.
So you're going to form what we know in the vinyl community as a consortium. And because of the sheer breadth and length of your consortium, that no human will dare even attempt to combat you.
Well,
am I getting that right?
Not quite. Anyone can do it, but we just want to create our own thing and bring it back to its traditional.
Will you be the official, or will there be will there be a reaction?
Look, I said we're not going to call it official or unofficial. We'll come up with our own name.
Because won't there be some sort of kickback from
wait a second. There's nothing stopping you from doing it this year. And the whole nonsense of bringing it back to its roots. What roots?
Okay, let's learn about that.
If I want to do a vinyl tag,
Mazzy, you don't understand. You don't.
I'm not Mazzy. You're
not on the same page.
Right.
Sorry, you're not. You don't know what we're talking about.
Yes, I do know what you're talking about.
You don't.
Because if you were back to the VC's roots, you would be part of the VC instead of some
sort
of
part of the
group.
VC.
No, you're not. You're a group that excludes everyone else except your small little group of people. I don't see you. Listen, bollocks.
Rob,
well, I don't accept bollocks because you're talking to a guy who doesn't use it in his phrasing. Listen,
stop. I'm not interested.
No, I mean, I'm not. You're being kind of weird about this. If you were part of the VC, wait. If you were part of the VC, you would just do a vinyl tag, and either people would participate or not. The fact that you're kind of
who's to say I haven't? Who's not to say I'm not going to do one? It's still December.
Do it then.
I can do one tomorrow if I wanted to.
You have one more day to come up with a vinyl tag and do it on January 1st. Like anyone else who wants to do a vinyl tag.
He could do it January 15th. He could do it April 4th.
I mean, look. I'm not yelling at you or calling you names.
I did not expect it to go this way.
Hold on.
Sorry, Rob.
Listen, Simon. I'm not yelling at you or calling you names or anything. But this is really the reason why people ostracize you from participating or your choice to be part of this group who hates everyone else.
I've not been ostracized.
Okay. I do 2 live streams a week. I don't see your ass in any of the chats there. So I'm part of the VC.
I'm not interested in your live stream.
Well, but I'm the VC. I'm part of the VC. At least this morning. Hold on.
But you don't get involved in my live stream. So what are you talking about?
This morning I had 170 people watching that were the VC. You were not there. It doesn't matter if you like me or not.
That doesn't mean I'm ostracized.
You just said bullocks that you're part of the VC. I don't see you participating. I don't. I don't see you participating anywhere.
Because I don't enter your lives. You're talking shit, Rob. You're talking absolute shit.
Well, hey,
I make a video every single week. I do live streams.
Hold on. I'm doing perfectly fine without you being there. I don't care about that. But you're the one. You're the one putting down these rules. I'm not.
There's only one rule. There's only one rule to put it out there on January the 1st. That's all it is. It's one simple little rule. There's no other rules than that.
There are no big rules.
Wait.
It's not a big ask.
Am I crazy? Didn't he just get done saying we're bringing it back to its roots
and
all this other stuff?
Yeah, to its roots, though.
Yeah.
So
we've only just started talking about it.
So the roots are.
You're not even.
Just so you know, the roots are January 1st.
Okay, go. Yeah.
You know how many subsets of the VC there are out there?
Tons.
There's so many.
You know what? I don't see Simon participating.
There's so many. When I started in the VC, it was like Derek Higgins and all that.
And no doubt there will be. No doubt there will be.
They started breaking off, and other people started, going. People go to whatever VC channels they feel either invited, or they feel at home, or they feel like they can participate.
Exactly.
You get to choose where you want to go because all the VC doors are open to anyone. There's no exclusivity. That's all bullshit. So this bullshit of, this is the official tag, anyone can just say, hey, this is my top 20. Where are your top 20? Who gives a shit who says it, who said it first?
Hey, Eddie, when are you starting your shitty tag?
Okay, I'm going to demote Norman because he's not here, and I'm putting Paul up. He's a top front row entertainer, top tier.
Mazzy caused all this shit last
Okay, Mazzy, I don't know why you hurt Simon and England so deeply.
Rachel, when you have to pee, you have to pee.
With Rob either. The thing is, there's a lot of clicks, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's the whole metal videos and their live streams that I'm not a part of.
I agree with you, Mazzy.
Don Pardo. What's the guy, Don Pardo, up in the East Coast that does all those panels? Not Pardo. Is it Pardo? What's his name? He's not really part of this.
Pete Pardo from the Three Islands.
I mean, there's different clicks, and there's nothing wrong with that.
This is just
there is.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this could possibly be the most watched episode of the year because Simon has come up, and it's one of the most controversial things that's ever happened in the vinyl community. Psycho Platters, you are very outspoken. You said Mazzy is to be blamed, and everyone should recognize that Mazzy created this because he was colluding, what's now known as colluding with Edwin, the pretty green vinyl guy, who seems to have dodged all this. Like the bullets are flying. Mazzy's taken massive hit, but Edwin seems to have laid the egg and then gotten the hell out of Dodge.
Rachel, I was pretty upset that a year and a half ago when I arrived in London, Simon and the boys and Alvin and Theodore didn't come down and kiss my ring in London.
Okay.
Simon, Trump would have demanded that. And
all right, but
he didn't
here's the
show
deal.
up.
Forget about Trump. I want to talk about Simon. Simon, did you ostracize Massey? Was there an actual boycott in place over the Maslov
No,
visit?
I
Or were
just
you even
worked
aware
full
that he
time.
was
We
there?
run in different
I knew he was there. I knew he was there, but I can't just sort of just go swanning off to London
There
to
was a
meet people.
ball held like the eyes wide shut with masks,
How,
Hey,
Simon,
If I
sanitation.
if I could have
Rachel-
been there, I would have been there. But
Okay.
I
Rachel-
worked.
yeah, because like 2
judiciary
hours
committee.
away or something, right? You're
That's
2
right.
hours
Yeah,
You know, we're
away.
on different time. We're on different time planes.
Okay.
We're on different in
Hey.
groups of people. That's fine. You know.
Yes.
Rachel,
I'm
I
just
have a
kidding. I'm
question.
kidding. It's a joke.
Okay,
I have a
Rob.
question.
Okay,
It
Rob,
wasn't
you've
the
got a
official
question.
meeting
Yeah,
of Maslow.
Nancy,
Rachel,
Rob's got a question.
I have a
Okay,
question.
Rob, go right ahead.
Is hanging out in London as an American and holding hands with one of the UK VC people. Is that
Yes.
bringing it back to its roots?
Simon, how would you handle that? Do you think if Massey was there holding hands with, and he had great people there? Is there a division in VCUC right now, Simon? Is there some sort of fragmenting of a united English front?
Yeah, there probably is. It's all in all departments. There's divisions and different opinions. You know, in Britain and the US, it's everywhere.
Yeah. There's
In the
cliques that
US,
come and
hey,
go.
No,
in the
it's
US,
not
Eddie,
Nick,
Eddie, Eddie,
Stevie
can-
is properly priced. It's just to get it in Canada, everything costs a fortune. That's all. That's all I'm
Rachel,
saying.
Eddie can back me up on this.
Yeah.
In the US, we do not hold hands when we hang out. Right,
No.
Eddie?
No,
Okay.
Okay, whoa.
not even in California.
Holy smokes. Okay, Porch Pineapple has joined us, and he's got a very, I don't know, some would say critical take on all this. What a fucking lot of tossers.
Who is Porch?
Tossers.
Who is that guy?
That's
Hey,
Porch
hey.
Pineapple.
Rachel, can I address Porch Pineapple? Can I address Porch Pineapple?
fruit
Oh, Rob,
salad.
absolutely. Okay, Pineapple, listen up. Rob's got a word for you.
Bullocks.
Bullet for you, pal.
You know, I was telling Rob and the boys, we have a text thread. I was trying to do a thumbnail, including for my annual Wanker, top 10 Wankers in music. And Chat GPT wouldn't allow me to use Wankers. It went against their stuff.
Wow.
Well, Mazzy, you can create it and put wonkers, and then if you have any kind of talent, just put the word
I don't
wankers
have
over
talent.
top
That's why I
of it.
sent it to you.
So, Simon, with the ever ongoing evolution of the vinyl community, who are your mates in the VCUC right now? Like, who's the guy that did the Who? He's so great. He is talented. He did the Who
Pete
with
Townsend?
when Keith Moon fell off the drum kit. He's such a
Oh,
good
Scott.
guy. Big
I was
fan
at
of
that
our-
show with Larry. Scott.
Rice
Scott-
patties.
His name was Scott.
It's not Rice Patty, but good guy.
The drummer's
Rice
name
Patties
was
is in
Scott, and
Tokyo
he
or
died a
something.
few years ago.
No, it's the vinyl.
Who did a video on it?
Yeah, he
Oh.
did this, and it went 1,000,000 views.
I
thought they
Stevie's
meant the
vinyl
drummer.
cupboard. Stevie's
Yeah,
vinyl
Stevie.
cupboard. We
Yeah.
love him. Now, are you mates with Stevie's vinyl cupboard, Simon?
I think maybe we once were.
Okay. Was there a falling out like the Beatles or some such?
There was a falling out, yeah, but
All right.
it wasn't directly. It was kind of indirect.
Indirectly.
Hey,
yeah.
Am I to blame for that too?
Hold on. Simon, we have
Did I
something in
call it the
common.
official
I can't stand that
breakup
dude.
of Simon and the cupboard.
Wow. I can't believe it, Rob. So you're not a fan of Stevie?
From the get-go, the guy became
What?
big because
Rob hates all the Brits.
Hello,
Hold on.
Chihuahua.
That's not true.
Rob, you hate all the Brits.
Hey, and
Oh,
Rachel,
you know,
Rachel,
look
Me
out.
too.
Okay. This is
Oh,
what
gosh.
I was afraid of. saying.
Rachel.
That's what I was afraid.
And
Look
he
at that,
dropped the
Stevie.
chalupa.
Uh-oh.
Oh
Look out.
God.
Toby,
Hey,
look,
hey,
Drop the
Eddie,
chalupa.
can
Yeah.
you take that dog? Can you take that dog to a dog dentist, please?
Oh, look at
you're so
I'm
cute.
afraid he's so old that if they put him down, he may not make it back up.
oh
That's
no.
why I have not taken him to get his teeth cleaned because he has to go under. But he's so old, I'm afraid that
Yeah.
he will not recover.
Oh,
Hey,
bless.
Rachel,
Yeah,
from the
Rob.
get-go, that Stevie guy became big because he just reposted a clip
Yeah,
from a
you
movie.
took umbrage, but I didn't. I thought it was creative and fun. And
No, it wasn't creative. He just reposted a clip from a
But
movie,
it's so
Rachel.
famous.
That's
It's so
like
famous.
that's like reaction videos, Rob.
Well, he
Hey,
did really
Rachel,
good.
and based on that, I want to come out with my vinyl tag.
Okay, Rob, I'm curious.
The vinyl tag is repost other people's vinyl tags
Oh,
on your
Rob,
channel.
that is not creative.
No, Vinyl
Okay.
Richie did a fun little. Did you watch
Yes,
Vinyl
he
Richie's
did.
thing? His little best of. He took intros from vinyl tags
Yes.
going back to 2017, and he posted it about 2 days ago. You see a lot of You see a lot of people who don't make videos anymore in that. So it was. I liked what Richie did there.
How many people aren't making videos anymore that come to mind for you?
Pardon me?
Yeah, for you that aren't making videos that you know. Like we just lost Chris Blues guy, Vinyl. He's not making video. I sent him a message.
Well,
he's not returning my
there was a
call.
lot of
That guy's a
people in
nice
that.
guy. That
I like
guy's a
his
nice
channel.
guy, right?
I know Chris is super nice.
I started. I think my first vinyl tag was 2017 or 2018. That was my first.
Putterman doesn't make videos anymore.
No.
Oh,
Hey,
who does?
Rachel.
I just have a different take than Simon. I think tradition. I don't care about tradition. I know Simon does. All the power to him, but tradition is not a thing for me because
I know that. We just got different opinions.
But what if some wanker American at the beginning of instead of official put the Trump vinyl tag? That's what he's doing everywhere else.
Let's not do politics. Sue is giving me a lot
politics.
of shit about.
He just did that in the Kennedy Center.
Come on. No, I'm sorry. Massey had to go because he got too political.
Thank you.
Okay. Here he's back. Okay. Oh, he's back. Okay. What is happening to Massey? Okay. He's back. He's fired up. Okay. I love this. Rachel, could you stop making videos? Stop it. Porch Pineapple.
He doesn't make
That's
videos.
very hurtful. Porch
make
Pineapple
videos
is on
anymore,
fire
really.
tonight. Oh, smokes. I
Hey,
don't
Rachel.
make a lot of videos. Go ahead, Rob. Yeah.
Rachel, I'm my vinyl tag will be records you've stolen off of people's porches.
Holy smokes. Look out, Porch Pineapple.
Yeah.
Oh,
Porch Pirates.
So, Paul, do you get upset when you see the vinyl tag treated without the due respect of traditions?
Listen, this is what I feel about the vinyl tag, and this is how I felt like since day one. Now, I'll admit, I remember I think I did one or two of them because, well, Rob Walker pretty much was maybe the start of the whole thing? I don't remember. It's just whoever did it, that's who I ended up seeing.
Yeah.
And I can honestly care less who does it now, just as long as it's interesting. That's all. And I'm thinking about doing it. I have watched a little bit of other people's and Atkinson's video too. So
okay. So for you, Paul, are you a traditional tag doer?
if I feel up to doing it, yes.
Yeah. I've done them all. I never failed to do the vinyl tag, no matter what's going on. I think it's a great way to support the individual who does them, whoever that may be.
Yeah.
And then, of course, there's a whole catalog of, like, didn't you do the monkeys tag, Paul? Was that
I'm
you?
the one that started that.
I did your monkeys tag.
Yes, you did, and thank you. Like I said,
Was it the official monkeys tag?
Yes, it was at that year.
Now
Anybody can go and do it now. But the thing is that if there's going to be, like, let's say 3 different people for 26 doing the vinyl tag, and they all have different questions and they got their own different takes on things, then why not? What the hell?
Yeah, true.
I think it's good for like new channels doing it as well. You know,
and remember
people around the community, their first video, you know, it gives them a bit of publicity. You know, an opener to
and there's new people
doesn't
joining the VC all the time, so a lot of these people don't have the knowledge, you know, that the shared community has as a whole. So
exactly. I think once you've been here for a few years, it's not quite as relevant as maybe it is to the newcomers.
Right.
It's like being a freshman, you know.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, and they're great intro pieces. They really are.
Yeah.
I like doing them.
Okay, we got an issue for Rob. Rob's got to do a little housekeeping. We want to avail ourselves for that purpose. Rob,
I seriously, other than the typical 5 idiots, I don't block anyone. Chuck, you should be good to go. Maybe it happened accidentally.
Yeah, Rob will
So,
check and take a look for you.
Yeah. It looks like you're good now. I would never block Chuck.
You know
what Chuck rhymes with, Rachel, right?
Yeah, it does, Rob, and we
luck,
try not to,
luck.
I just have a good time doing it. It's a way to go through questions and pull things out based on the I enjoy it, and I still enjoy it. So I don't take it as serious, but I have a good time doing it, and people seem to watch it. So I will continue to do it. But I will do like if you do one, Simon, I would do that too. So it's not I don't do all the subgenres one. I might do the soul one if I
did a Manchester one earlier in the year. Just all Manchester bands.
There was one?
That's what I did. That's my alternative vinyl tag. Yeah.
So you've already created the first of the alt
I didn't
tags.
see it.
Massey would love Manchester.
Right, Rachel?
Manchester tag. Go ahead there, Rob.
I'm still waiting for you to do my vinyl tag from last year.
Oh, yeah. You did the jazz one.
It's bands from Muscle Beach.
Holy, so bands from Muscle Beach. You know, there's so many great ones there.
Tokyo Brian did the jazz.
Tokyo did the Tokyo one. Rob did the jazz one last.
Yeah, but if you do the Tokyo Brian does one, you have to do it while you're driving your car or playing a keyboard.
Tokyo's good. Yeah, I found Rob. You know, full disclosure, I found Rob's jazz tag too difficult for me to do. I just
Rachel. That was the year before last because someone else. It just got too complicated with that stuff.
We did the jazz.
Hey,
we did do one, yeah.
I did, Rachel. I did the folk tag, and hardly anyone did it.
I did your folk tag.
Yeah, I think
because I had enough folk records to do it.
So,
How did I miss the folk tag? I didn't even know there was one.
Okay, perfect
about 2 years
prescription.
ago, and that's the problem. Right?
You don't participate in the VC.
But this is a great comment. Massive support is a good endorsement for the smaller channels. If you get Massey weighing in there, it is a real benefit to whoever's on the receiving end of that gratuity.
I've already watched 5 new people since the tag started 2 weeks ago that did tags. So I came and I subscribed to 5 new channels.
Rachel, I'm thinking in a day, when January happens, my vinyl tag will be records that would make Harry's music room storm off a live stream.
Holy so records that would make Harry just storm right the hell off. He's very emotional, Harry. This is the thing
do you think if you stray away from the official vinyl tag, so to speak, and do your own vinyl tag, an alternative one, whether it's a subgenre, do you think that gets any more viewership than sticking to the original or less?
Are you asking me?
Less. I think it gets
everyone's opinion.
I think it gets less.
I have no interest in making. I tried one, the folk one, the sub one, but I have no interest in ever making one. But it depends. It depends. I mean, when I do folk music, I get. I love folk music and that kind of rootsy stuff, and I don't get a lot of views on that stuff. So it's not necessarily me; it's the subject. If I do a fucking Beatle thing, you get a lot of eyeballs. You do
I did a Beatles tag.
Stones or Led Zeppelin,
and that did pretty good.
The obvious,
I did that one.
Bands get a lot of views. If I do it, if I decided to do a metal thing,
I think it's more rewarding, isn't it, when you do your own one? I think it's more creativity involved for you because it's a bit of you're putting out there, not somebody else's idea, isn't it?
Well, and the thing is, I do the tags because I enjoy them, but I do a lot of, as you know, I guess I do a fucking lot of content. I'm retired now. I do a lot, so I do things because I want to do them.
Nah, not really. You're the king of content, man. Out of this little group, you probably
I do. I mean, I like it. Keeps me sharp. I pull my collection out. And, now that I'm retired, I have the time. So there we go.
What about a solo Beatles vinyl tag? Well, it hasn't been done per se, but it usually that gets rolled in with the Beatles tag. So there's a question, show me
Beatles tags. Beatle tags.
Yeah, Gabby, you should do it.
But it bores me. Beatle tags bore me. That's why, as much as I love the Beatles.
I like them.
I could not do a whole Beatle channel.
I think one of the best shows this channel had this year was on Sunday night when we did our
Walker did it, didn't he? He did a Beatles one.
There you go. There you go. The Beatles.
Rob Walker. He did a Beatles tag.
That's not bad, Paul. There you go.
$2. $2. Couldn't pass it up.
Yeah, I got that thing because it's part and parcel. They gave that. It kind of came with the album. I think they put it in with the album. Beatle fatigue is a thing, but not for Beatle people. We never tire of it. I never tire of Beatles. I can't get tired of Beatles. I love the Beatles.
Once a year they do a major release. I think that's fine.
My vinyl tag for 2026 is all about James McCarthy. Show your favorite James McCarthy album.
Who's that?
Your favorite song.
Favorite songs by James McCarthy.
Who is that?
His son, you putz. You don't know anything.
James McCarthy.
James McCarthy. Paul's son, James.
McCartney. You said McCarthy.
Well, McCarthy's fine.
No, wait.
No,
it's the great grandson of the guy who did the blacklisting.
Yeah, there you go for that, McCarthy.
Yeah,
it's a whole different thing. So anyway, Eddie, have you ever considered? Did you ever initiate a subgenre tag? I know you haven't done the big one. Did you do movies or something? Soundtracks?
Yeah,
you did soundtrack. I did your soundtrack tag.
Yeah.
So we're all guilty of it. I did my Beatles one. I made a Beatles one. And I think you could do probably, what's the other one? Like Yes, I love Yes. There's enough Yes albums and Yes solo stuff where you could do that.
Like I could do probably a whole new tag on my Ennio Morricone collection. Both singles
and Ennio Morricone. That would be a tough one to do. Because most people, everybody may
that's a niche. That's a niche thing.
I think I got one album with like a Morricone thing on it, but I don't have any of the, so I wouldn't be able to go the distance on a full tag that way. Now, Simon championed Tom Petty. I'm a big fan of Simon's. Tom Petty's one of his favorites. The Beach Boys. Simon has a pretty damn respectable Beach Boys collection. I've caught up to him a little bit over the years, but when he first brought those out, it was jaw-dropping. Such a great collection.
I've got an even better Oasis collection. I've got 5 first pressings.
Okay, obviously you're going to gift one of those to me because we're mates.
Obviously,
you love me, so you got.
I think Oasis was the best cover band of the '90s.
I love Oasis. I think they wear.
I like them. I saw them in a club.
They wear their influences on their sleeve.
San Francisco.
But they're a rock and roll band. Those guys know how to rock.
They were great live.
I'm going live right now. I'm going to do a tag on my Spaghetti Western singles.
Okay, do them, Eddie.
Yeah.
Make that happen. Do a tag.
And this is just a part of one.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to make you big first of all for this. Here we go.
The Japanese are always the better ones.
Yeah, you got a lot of these are coming out of Japan.
Yeah, they did a lot of great covers for these.
Lee Van Cleef did so many westerns, like Spaghetti Western.
Ennio Morricone from The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Good, Bad, and Ugly. I recognize that obviously right away.
Here's the one for a few dollars more.
$2 more, yeah.
Morricone, that was the French one. Here's another Japanese.
Wow.
With Don Powell.
What a great collection.
Another Don Powell. So a bunch of different, not just your typical spaghetti westerns. A lot of these were
off the beaten path.
Yeah, off the beaten path. This is a great one with
Lee. Yeah.
Run Man Run.
Yeah, he did so many.
This is that Sabata Black, or remember Wax that we had a conversation about this Sabata. It was initially called Indio Black, but with the Sabata being so popular, they changed this to Adios Sabata. But originally it was called Indio Black, and here's a single.
Yul Brenner, of course. And it looked like a young John Davidson on the rocks there.
Didn't that dude just pass away like last year? Thomas Milan.
Oh,
Thomas Milan, yeah.
Yeah, he passed away last year. He was in
one more.
That was a misfire. Okay, there we go.
That's it. That's just one of many little boxes that I have of spaghetti western singles.
Okay, and I love this. Eddie bringing the cool stuff is the fan response to that, Eddie. Holy smokes.
I don't see too many people post these.
Do you mind to have it instead of red sauce? Is pesto okay?
Pesto's
Rachel, my new vinyl.
You know what pesto means?
Okay, hold on. Eddie,
Pesto.
please.
Instead of red, I'm
I'm
talking about
sorry,
spaghetti
Rob.
and
I
pesto.
can't work under these conditions.
Yeah, right.
Go ahead, Rob.
You know, I find it very odd that Mazzy, who supports the vinyl community,
Yes,
bashes people like Eddie when he's
he
trying
does.
to.
I'd never bash Eddie.
He's a
And I
bastard.
don't know where it comes from.
I was
myself.
using a cheap ass joke like you usually do.
Yeah,
like
the
spaghetti
disrespect,
red sauce,
the disrespect is just
It screams at him.
Yes,
I've tried. I've tried to amend. My ways
with Massey.
You know what?
Massey
if
has
it was the spaghetti Old
I'm
West,
willing even to convert. God damn it!
If it was the spaghetti Old West, Eddie would shoot you between the eyes, Mazzy.
Simon, does it annoy you when you're surrounded by so many North Americans? Is it actually become annoying?
It doesn't so much annoy me. I think I just got used to blocking them out,
Oh my God, lad. So we talked a little bit about VCUC and some of the schismatics going on there. What are the chances of getting, the unification, the healing? Because you're all Brits at the end of the day, and the love of England, and regardless of where anyone's thoughts on the monarchy are. But I just want to see you guys. Simon, I did such great work with my hands across the water efforts last year. Wasn't that beautiful for you and me and I thought the healing wasn't that a healing experience?
It was nice to finally, yeah.
I still have the warm fuzzies from the whole thing. And my love for you particularly is like my heart grew 2 times as large in love for you.
I'm not as bad as people think I am, really.
You are a doll. You're adorable. You're sweet. You love music. I was trying to tell kids about Beach Boys and Tom Petty, who you have championed over and over and over on your channel.
I do, yeah.
And by gum, these are big American acts. If you don't know America.
I love both American and British music.
Yes.
I love music. It's my passion.
I find that
Oasis.
Every person I've met, every VC person, whether it's a viewer or a channel maker I've met in person, it's been a great experience. No bad
why is Mazzy sucking up to people now?
Okay, hold on. This is healing.
A new tag.
No, it's
different.
When,
to heal.
Go
ahead,
when you're making comments in Peanut Gallery, you're on these things. It's a whole different world than actually sitting down and having a beer or a drink, whatever, and a meal, or walking through a record
stall. If I met you in London, Mazzy, we would go to a pub and we'd have a pint, and
I would take you to Abbey Road.
We would get on. There'd be no problems.
Absolutely. But, Rob and I get along. If Rob and I can get along, Rob Walker, it's anybody.
Horrible comment about.
Rachel.
Uh-oh.
I don't know if you address a serious comment.
Okay, let's do it.
Rob Walker's cat is ill right now.
Oh, no.
Which one? Curtis?
I thought he just had Curtis.
Is Curtis okay? So Curtis is not well?
Yeah.
Folks, we love Curtis. We wish every good thing. What a horrible situation. Rob loves his Curtis, of course.
Uh-oh. Any minute Rob's going to explode. Just wait a second.
No. He came on my stream. I said, everyone thoughts to Rob Walker.
I'm talking about one of the recent comments that just popped.
Okay, like what, Mazzy? What comment is that?
This Putz, didn't people recently expose him for all his troll accounts? It was like 5 of them. Right, Phil? Is that true or not?
Even his own.
There was a trolls. He was in denial over it, but the accusations were in place.
Mm-hmm.
Jim, please try and see. Here's the thing with Jim. I look at Jim as, Rob, you may not like this thought. It could be very hurtful, but I've got to say, I see Jim as a young Rachel's Ghost protege. Okay, I know that's difficult.
Is he getting a sex change?
I'm trying to direct this young man with his creative impulses.
Right, Rachel.
Good works. Okay?
I think you're winning him over, Rachel.
I'm trying to work very hard towards it, Simon. I see just a young creative mind, but it needs channeling and a certain degree of cause-sitting. Rob, what happens is Jim has been a young boy that's been rejected. And when you reject him, it creates that hurt. Have you noticed a pattern? Like he likes Joey Callio.
Wait.
because
Was
I'm gonna
I'd
tell
love,
you,
Jim?
I'd
if
love
you
to see
listen-
Jim reboot his channel and actually properly join the vinyl community and make
Okay.
That's
vinyl
like
community
Rudolph the
good.
Red-Nosed Reindeer.
He sounds
Okay.
like Anakin Skywalker.
Hey,
Okay,
Rachel,
yes,
Rachel,
Massey.
Rachel, I'm gonna
Yes.
go cook. I need to cook something. I'll watch.
Okay.
Simon,
Make
it's always
pasta?
good. I'm glad we had a chat. It's great talking, all you guys. I'll be listening, but I'm gonna cook some dinner.
You get dinner cooking. and we
Rachel, I
love
What do we
believe
have?
Mazzy is going to film his vinyl tag albums related to recipes that he makes.
I'm gonna do the official last day of the year vinyl tag.
All right.
2027.
All right, Mazzy. So we'll put the link out. Now,
you,
here's
Mazzy.
the deal. Like, I noticed something with Jim. Jim came on and left a comment, Spring Hill Jim, and he was denigrating our beloved David Donnelly, Englishman, but he loved Joey Callio. And the reason is David has been vocally critical of Jim. When you're critical of Jim, Rob, he can't handle it because maybe he was in a all boys school or something like this, and he had, the strict teacher that can spank.
Stop.
Whoa, Eddie, what's going
He's
on?
a pussy.
What?
He's a pussy. That's it.
Whoa, Eddie.
Rachel,
He's
do you want me
he's
to-
just a young lad.
Bullshit.
He's just a young
He's a
lad trying to
fucking
find his
pussy.
way in the
Hold
world.
on.
That's
He's
I'll
probably
give-
the kid that would get his ass
Hold on.
kicked
Wow.
by the rest
Rachel,
of the
I
kids.
did not
Rachel.
expect that. Rob, go right ahead.
The behavior of that numbnuts is ridiculous. He should not socialize with anyone, virtually or in person.
Or breed.
You guys are not really embracing the no such thing as a bad boy philosophy.
He's had
Hold on.
multiple times to.
Under guidance, some guidance.
He's right.
He should be good. You know,
You're right.
I'm
Hey,
not gonna
Simon,
ride
you're
people
so right
around.
about that.
I'm your
And-
friend, not your psychiatrist.
Well, it's not up to me. It's not up to me to forgive you. It's up to your psychiatrist to forgive you.
I'm eating trail mix, you fucking idiots.
All right, it's trail mix for the love
He's
of
eating
God.
his nuts, goddammit.
All right, Harry, you've been through an awful lot with this vinyl community. Have you ever gotten in trouble for any false steps with a vinyl tag? I think you've got a pretty clean record when it comes to tagging.
I just wanted to
Pretty damn
storm
good.
off. I
Okay,
just wanted
whoa,
Rob to piss me off so I could storm off for one more time.
come on, man. Waiting for the new year to come in. We don't want to end 2025 with hurt feelings and emotional storming.
I think
Again,
Rob's
our
on a
room is
peanut butter
currently
high.
full. There's no room for new guests right now. We got a good panel. We're just going to keep it the way it is for a little bit. But thank you for whoever you were for trying to come on TV show. Holy smokes. Harry, as we look back on 2025, your biggest memory of 2025 for you?
Well, that would be my trip to Japan.
Well, that was a big event. And you were able to pick up Anthology in Japan, which is kind of
Yes.
cool.
Yeah.
And he
Kinda
was
cool.
an extra on the Tokyo Brian video.
Yeah.
A
And I
couple
thought
of-
about you, Eddie, because I saw so many cool records there. I said, "Oh, Eddie like this. Eddie like
You would
this."
like that, yeah.
Yeah.
It's, well, his area he buys a lot of
I won't
Japanese.
go to Japan unless I have like $5,000 to $10,000 to spend because I know I'm gonna find a lot of shit out there that I
Yeah.
want.
Yeah. I had to
I'm
buy
already
some
Rachel.
like bring
Okay,
stuff
Rob,
around.
go ahead.
You didn't ask me my big memory from
Rob,
2025.
well, we're just getting started. Want to have area, want to have full expression.
It's actually it's not one. It's not one. It's four memories.
Okay, give me your memory lane. Like, take us down that.
It was okay. There are four.
Yeah, let's hear it.
The first time Harry stormed
I
off
knew-
my
I
live
knew
stream.
this is-
First time Harry stormed
Yeah.
out.
The second time,
Yes.
the third, and then the fourth time. He
And the
stormed
fourth
off
time,
my
Harry
live
just stormed it up. But they're memorable moments throughout the year. But it was a big one where Harry stormed up. But you guys, this is what I love. This is very much like my Vika cans across the water. You guys love each other, and you reached out and you brought healing to your relationship before any
Well,
permanent damage
well,
could be
the-
done.
Rachel,
Check cleared.
Rachel. You know what I say?
I
Did you storm off in January?
I stormed off in December or January. I mean,
Rachel, you know what I say? Like you say,
What do
there's
you
no such thing as a bad boy.
I don't say that. I bet I do.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
I say there's no such thing as a decrepit old man.
All right. I love that. That is, you know who you are. Okay, let's keep going with the year in review. Eddie, favorite memory of 2025 for you?
Well, I don't have VC memories since I don't make videos, but
Yeah.
as always, probably one of my best memories for 2025 was hanging out with Rob and Jim.
Well, that's VC. That's meeting,
Yeah,
hanging out with the cats in the vinyl community.
Yeah,
That
I mean, I didn't
totally
document it. It's not well documented, but just
Yeah.
hanging out, going to different record stores, going to great restaurants, and hanging out with
Yes.
these two, priceless.
Gabby goes, I'm glad Harry saw Tokyo Brian in Japan. It is a must. Harry, were you able to connect with the Patties? Rice Patties is in Japan.
No, I did reach out to him, and he gave me some information on some stores he recommended.
Oh, that's good.
My time was so limited that I barely had time to really spend with Brian.
Big shout out to Rice Patties. I love him. He gets all upset. Paul, you're like this. You're a bit like Rice Patties is. You're very sensitive about stuff. But you know me. I'm a kidder. I love saying it. I just think it's funny. Rice Patties sounds so funny to me. Paul, favorite memory of 2025 for you?
Well, let's see, just a couple. So there's a twice a year record show in Carthage, Missouri, okay? And I got to meet some wonderful people for the first time. And let's see, the last record show I went to was pre-COVID, so that's how many years that was.
Wow.
Got to meet some new people, new acquaintances, some of them that even watched the show, and I even got to be acquaintance with John Humphrey, the drummer of Seether, who happens to be a celebrity vinyl seller. So I get to yip yap with him on occasion.
Yeah.
So getting to go to those record shows. And the other thing I can think of is Christmas Eve, we did my 1000th Psycho Platter.
Wow.
You know,
1,000 videos.
15 years. And it was all because of the people watching. That's what the show's all about. And
Wow,
Toby,
Paul.
isn't that right?
1,000. That's a big number. And on to bigger and greater things in
That's right.
2026.
For all
Holy
of us.
smokes.
That's right.
Okay, my beloved Simon. Simon, obviously, 2025 was huge for you. Favorite memories, a couple of memories that come to mind?
Favorite memory is going up to Leeds and meeting the lads. That was a great couple of days. Really
Okay,
was.
so you're out in Yorkshire, where Leeds is a big city in Yorkshire. Were you able to meet young Spring Hill Jim?
No, he wasn't there. I met Rob Walker. I met Ian, Nick Vinyl Butty, Mike, and
Mike the Vinyl Policeman.
Mike Vinyl Spiral.
Vinyl Spiral. Yeah, Vinyl Spiral is a great guy. Also, the PC 31, the Vinyl Policeman. He's out in the UK. He's a lovely lad.
Yeah, he's not too far away from me. I think he's in Southampton, which is only a few miles away. But no, he wasn't there. But yeah, it was a great couple of days. We went to Leeds Record Fair. We swapped a load of VLCT together before we even looked at records. I was made up before we even started. So yeah, it was a great day.
And were you able to understand one another? I understand that your accents can be quite diverse and for such a small island.
Yeah. There's no problem. There's no
real impedance there. Like if somebody had come in from, I don't know, Norwich, perhaps that would have been difficult.
Well, there's no one with a real strong accent, which is sort of unrecognizable.
That is helpful because some of them are the old, they don't. And you go, I even though I'm English, I'm having a struggle with that one.
But we've been talking to each other for like a few years before we even met up, so we knew how to.
You knew what to expect.
Yeah.
Have any of you guys had sex with anyone in the vinyl community? Any stories in that regard you'd like to share with us?
I know.
Shut your mouth.
Yes, go ahead. You've had some success in that regard.
A bunch of guys.
Okay.
There's no openings in the VC.
Rachel, I just sent you pictures of the East Coast stereo butcher cover. I just built it in the last 3 hours. Holy smokes.
Rachel, I think the only sex running rampant through the VC is sex with themselves.
Oh my God.
Yikes.
Okay, Frank, I still haven't got the email. I'm waiting for it. It could have been through Instagram, maybe. Instagram. Hold on. Let me go to Instagram.
Hey, Wax, have you seen the Boogie Maru's latest post on Instagram?
No, what is it?
He decorated all the walls. All his wall records are Led Zeppelin albums. All the walls.
The whole wall is Zepp.
All 4 walls are just full of Led Zeppelin albums. He's got like all the different covers for In Through the Outdoor. The one that has 4 covers.
Do you have a link for that you can post?
It's on Instagram. Let me see.
Here, I'll try and find it and post it.
Yeah, okay. I think Max would probably
now. Okay, Mr. Stickermania, the big news right now is I'm selling my John Lennon signature J160E for $750 Canadian. It's a steal of a deal. Frank, you want to get in on that, but let me know. Boy, it's going to cost me a bit to ship it, but we'll do it. We'll ship it. We'll put it in. Go ahead, Eddie.
Rachel, did you sell your budgie?
My budgie is up for sale right now on market. Canuck Audio Mart. Canuck Audio Mart.
Yeah, Canuck Audio Mart.
Yeah. Okay, I love Tokyo Brian. It went through Yahoo email message. All right, well, I'm trying to find it. I'm looking in my email. Holy smokes. It hasn't arrived yet. I don't know what it is, whether I've got a lousy email reciprocator. I just don't know what's going on with that. But anyway, let me know.
In the chat, Rachel, I just posted.
Something's happened, Rob?
No, I posted the link to the Boogie Maroos wall decorations of the Led Zeppelin.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Boogie Maroos. Let me let the chat catch up. Then I'll smack it and we'll share it with the children here.
So this is a record store in Torrance, here in LA.
Yes.
That sells pretty much Japanese pressings of records.
Okay, there it is. This is an Instagram link to the okay, hold on. Okay.
Okay, I was thinking of a different store. Yeah, I bought a lot from him.
Yeah.
Okay.
You bought that
all his walls are full of Led Zeppelin albums.
Okay, there it is. All Zepp. Look at In Through the Outdoor. Look at all that.
Oh, geez.
Physical Graffiti up right there. Zepp 1, Zepp 2, Zepp 3, 4.
Wow.
And going
that's crazy.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a great display.
Never seen anything like that.
With the bag, Japanese pressings of it, versions.
He's got there's 6 variations, A through
of
F.
the album. Yeah, this is the way Zeppelin released it. There. Yeah, collect all 6. It's kind of like the comic book craze in the 60s with alternate covers. You got to collect them all. Pokemon.
In the inner sleeve, you could watercolor it.
Yeah, there was one that was black and white, right in the beginning.
All the inner sleeves were black and white, more or less.
See, I kept hearing that, but I was afraid to do it. I didn't.
You just took a brush with a little water, and you could color it.
It would do it. Yeah, it would do it.
But I don't buy those. I mean, I'm trying to get all 6. I think I've got 4. But if I see the inner sleeves been used like that, I won't buy it. I want to.
Yeah. I think I got 2. I think that's all.
Yeah, that was the famous line. I think Keith Moon that came up with that.
And that Boogie Maru, that's where I picked
it was Glenn Johns or somebody.
I picked up one of my Grail records there, a 7-inch by Meiko Kaji. She's a Japanese actress who came out in Lady Snowblood. And actually, it was a Lady Snowblood single. I found an original one for $100.
Oh, nice. I got the Criterion Lady Snowblood. The first one's good. I didn't like it as much as the second one. I mean, I like it better than the second one.
The second one, yeah. Well, the second one is weak.
Yeah, it's not as strong. Not as strong a film. Oops. Okay. Remember the Beatles White Album account? That's a cool page on Instagram. Rest in peace to that guy. Yeah, the guy that collected all the various multitudes of White albums. Yeah. Harry, how many White albums do you have? Do you know?
I don't know, maybe 6, maybe.
Do you have a particularly low number in your own collection?
No, nothing real low.
Yeah, I remember that girl on the Vine. I think she was in the Facebook vinyl group. She had like all the different covers for the Black Sabbath Master Reality.
Yes.
Remember her?
Well, there's a million of them, right? Yeah, and I do remember that account too. And of course, Rob himself picked up a first press with the embossed cover, which is the one you kind of want. Another greenie.
The one you're talking about, didn't she have a name that had to do with T-Rex or Mark Bolan?
I'm not. I can't say I've ever.
You're thinking of Telegram Sam.
Yes. Is she still around?
Telegram Sam. I think I'm not sure what she's doing. I haven't checked in on her for quite some time. I got a Near Mint White album, number 000 1985. Wow. That's early on in the show. And the fact that you got it minty mint, that's worth some precious coin. If you want to sell it, I have a guy. I know a guy. Rutherford, I buy white albums. Rutherfield.
I need a mono top loader. I was able to find the stereo top loader, but
I've got the stereo top loader. I do not have a mono top loader.
I would love a mono.
Rachel, what Oasis albums do you have on vinyl?
Okay, now say that again for me, Simon.
What Oasis albums do you have on vinyl?
I got them all. I got their entire, but I got a lot. They're all reissues for me. So because I started collecting the albums late, it was all after the fact. Plus, I also got them all on CD, so I doubled up because I love the band. So I got CD and vinyl for Oasis.
I've got all the reissues on vinyl too, but then I started to get the firsts after I got the reissues.
Well, I mean, you're in England, so you have that advantage. What are the odds that somebody I'm not going to walk into a store and find that. If I did, I'd pick it up like that, Simon.
How easy are they to find in the wild, Simon, or do you have to go to specialty shops to get those first pressings?
The first pressings, they're not completely rare. They are around, but not easy to get, but you can get them online quite easily. Just go on eBay or Discogs, and there's plenty of them there. But to see them in the wild is a little bit rare. Yeah.
Were those albums pressed in the millions? Or
I would have thought so. I would have thought so. Yeah, I would have thought so. Even for the 90s. So yeah.
I don't know about the first album because who knew what they were going to do or what was going to happen.
Well, that's true. I mean, the second one, yes, but maybe not so much the first.
Yeah, because so they come on so strong. Definitely, maybe. What's the story, Morning Glory? What a 1-2 punch for those guys.
And they go for about £200.
Yeah, I mean that's like you're talking about $400 in Canada for that, and about $300 in the US.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Okay, Rachel, I got trivia for you. You just said they come on strong.
They come on strong.
Come on strong, and it ain't too long before they make you feel a man. What song is that?
Oh God, make you feel a man. I wouldn't even know what that means. Okay. Oh, so Harry. Okay, make you so goes. Is it a Ringo? It sounds
come on strong, and it ain't too long before they make you feel a man. I wish that.
I know now. When I was younger, bags, handlebags, and randlebags bags.
That was
bags and bangle tags. I wish that I knew what I knew now when I was younger. It's the faces. It's the faces.
Yes.
The faces. Oh.
Yeah. I got a first UK press of Definitely Maybe signed by Noel a few years ago in my local shop. I did some trade and paid a little on top of that. I treasure it.
Harry do more of that? He's got a good voice.
Harry is a singer. I saw your clip, Harry, by the way. Nice clip. The one where you're in the club and you got your acoustic and you just linked me on the Instagram.
Do a few more, Harry.
I couldn't hear Susie.
Sue is saying, sing some more. She likes your vocal.
Yeah, I would like to throw up all the trail mix I just ate.
Yeah, ooh la la from
the. Okay, that's it. I got enough of you, Rob.
Yeah.
Good day, sir.
I said good day.
Don't you fake storm off on me, Harry?
Oh my God.
Who did that? I said good day.
That was the guy from Florida. The drunk guy from Florida used to do it all the time.
What was his name?
The golf guy, yeah.
Joe.
Yeah, Saratoga Joe.
Saratoga Joe.
Holy crap.
Blast from the past.
Is he still alive? You wonder with some of our gang. They live large. Holy smoke. I knew he was single. I said, you're single. He go, how can you tell? I said, you've got 5 golf clubs in your kitchen. Like sets of golf clubs. And no woman will allow that.
Playboys.
No woman on earth would allow that to occur under her watch. It's not going to happen.
So we just lost Bridget Bardot.
Yeah, we did. 92,
what's the Beatles
91.
connection?
Okay, what's the story there? Beatles
I'm asking you, what's the Beatle connection?
Oh, we went through this. We talked about this.
Because I don't know. I know there is a connection, but I'm not sure what it was.
Beatles with Bridget Bardot.
They did a train on her.
Good God, Eddie. So yeah, they did it. Yeah, my turn.
I don't know. Somebody in the peanut gallery will know. Maybe Frank.
Yeah. Folks, if you're trying to get in on the show, I'm so sorry. We got a full panel and we like the panel the way it is.
It's okay. It's okay, though. I got to take a phone call. So
Okay.
I depart. Thank you.
Okay, Paul, thank you for being here, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Paul. Thanks for helping the show up, making it better this year. Thank you, Paul. Paulcast, everybody. Okay, whoever's trying to come
All right,
in.
I have the connection.
Okay, Rob, Bridget Bardot, Beatles connection. Here we go.
John Lennon famously met Bridget Bardot in 1968. It was a brief encounter arranged by Derek Taylor.
Yes.
Lennon, who was under the influence of LSD, found the experience underwhelming, later recalling that it did not impress each other. That's it. It was that's the connection.
Cool.
Yeah, it's not good meeting someone for the first time when you're on acid.
Okay, we got
girl.
Who we got? Who's coming in? Somebody groovy. Okay. Oh wow, this could. I'm so excited. This year it couldn't have gotten and closed out any better. Here he is. Come on in. Hey, William. happy 2025, buddy.
I know. What a way to close out the year, huh?
You've had a great year. What is your favorite memory of 2025 for you, William?
Which one do I pick? I mean,
there's so many. I know.
I don't know. If I had to pick one per month, I'd have to go with in January when never mind.
Okay, yeah, because that would be it would be labor the point. But it's been a big year for you. You're growing from strength to strength. I personally am a huge fan. I think you're a good boy, and I think you're doing good content, and things are going great, and they're probably going to be even better in 26.
Rachel, my eyes are bothering me.
Okay, what's happening, Rob?
I swear, I think your nose is growing.
Listen, Rob. We are here to encourage.
What happens when you lose weight, Rob?
So, yeah, well, that's true. Everything got out of proportion. But, William, you've had a big 2025. Did you have a favorite record purchase or anything this year?
I think maybe the Red Cross EP that I found at.
Oh, Red Cross are great. Yeah.
Yeah, that was killer because I've had that on my Discogs want list for over a decade.
Are they the ones that wear their clothes backwards? No, wait a minute. That's crisscross. Never mind.
Yeah, Red Cross are great. They're an LA band. I think they're an LA band, aren't they?
Yeah, you're right.
Late 80s
punk band.
Yeah.
The Wes Montgomery original first LP was a great find, and then recently I had a couple Grails I found at the Goodwill for $1. Anything I found for $1 or $5 or less goes amongst my biggest finds. Of course, I do buy some big fish occasionally on the internet, but I don't consider those like finds,
Yeah. I totally get that. Now, relationships. How are things going with you and some of the people that you've been on the outs with? Any chance of any healing occurring there? Any building or bridges being mended? This sort of thing.
You're referring to relationships within the vinyl community, then?
Yeah, let's do the vinyl, because those are the ones we'll probably know the people, and therefore there may be a little bit more interest than say, "Oh, Ed the butcher down the street, he cut me short on that, rose last year, and I'm a little resentful." No, I think this would hold more interest if, say, you're on the outs with, I don't know, Groovy Lisa or somebody. What's going on?
Per se.
Yeah.
I don't really, like I've mentioned, my channel's a place, if you like my experiences, I want anybody who, may or may not even like me to be like, what's going on? Like Herkimer One, who can talk a little trash, sure likes to come here and see what's going on in the.
But he
pumping
watches
vinyl
you,
world.
right? That's the thing. He comes in and he watches you.
Yeah.
So he's
yeah,
a fan. Do you know
well-
who speaks very highly of you is David Donnelly. He says, I just love watching pumping vinyl. Yeah, he says it many times.
Rachel, I don't think that's exactly what he said.
Have I got that a little wrong? I'm trying to encourage William a little bit.
Well,
Trying to encourage William.
I think more people would say that about me if Rob weren't so busy dogging me on his own show.
Okay, Rob.
Rob
the dog.
That
Rob
doesn't happen.
dogging.
That doesn't happen.
Okay. William,
Well,
Rob is saying it doesn't happen. Now,
No.
if we're going to build bridges, hang on, Harry, just a second. It's got to happen. Now, Rob, I put William next to you so you guys can get more friendly. You both wear the cute cap kind of look and everything. Like, obviously, there's some influence going on there. Maybe
Rachel.
Yes,
Rachel,
Rob. Yes.
You can wish in one hand and shit in the other. Okay.
And it doesn't necessarily going to make a peaceful world.
Yeah.
Eddie, do you have words of advice? Because you've been around the block more than once. You have advice for Rob, and I don't want William singled out. I want Rob and William advice for helping these young men get along better and create harmony and music, if you will. Okay. Go ahead, Eddie.
We all just can't get along sometimes.
So you're not even going to make an effort, Eddie? You're
That's
just
the way it is in families sometimes. And we're like a big family.
These are good boys.
I collect.
These are my dear
I don't
boys.
mend friendships. No, hey, they obviously can't get along. Hey, not everyone is meant to get along.
Okay. Well, speaking of things that can get along, I got to make sure there's no, information being given out that we don't want out. Ladies and gentlemen, Frank has sent me. Okay, I just got this. I'm going to share it. We'll have a little Beatle moment. I was telling people this is the one thing I don't have. It's the holy grail of the Beatles. And there's Ringo, George, trunk. There's George, Ringo, turtleneck, Butcher album, Beatles yesterday and today.
Yeah,
this is an East Coast peel. And Harry, it was so kind of you to send off to Angelo Kelly your half peeled. You had one in this kind of condition. And I thought it was just a beautiful job. Like, I thought you did such a great job of peeling it. But here you go, ladies and gentlemen, the real deal, the Butcher album. This is available. Here's the slick or the cover that Frank was able to. Did you use a degluer or did you steam this off? How the hell did you do it? But he's got it off. It's all intact. And then it reveals the legendary Butcher album underneath. So that is a beautiful peel job on this thing. This is from Frank, correct me if I'm wrong, an East Coast peel on the Beatles yesterday and today. But it really stands as the what's the word I'm looking for? It is the legendary, it is the real holy grail. And Harry, you've had remarkable luck with your own Butcher albums. Now,
Where'd Harry go?
I think he's in tears seeing this album.
I'm going to show you my collection of yesterday.
You've had so much fortune with these Butcher albums. Okay, now tell us what we're looking at here. This is an alternate.
This is one of the alternate choices for a cover that never got used.
Yeah.
And this is the bootleg. This is just a parody on that album.
Who's the group?
Bird.
The band is called Bird, and the album was called Ball,
I guess. And then this is a bootleg of a mono on blue vinyl.
Okay, nice, yeah.
And then this is a bootleg of a stereo.
See, they look great though, don't they? Like unless you're Frank, you'd be hard pressed to
beautiful.
Tell.
And then this is another alternate cover design that didn't get used. The first one I showed you, I think they actually used on the 8-track release.
Okay, and so what Frank got was a Scranton #2 East Coast stereo. So second state.
And then this is just a regular, the gold.
Yeah, gold label 1980s. Yeah. I think that's like 1982 when that came out.
This is just a standard. Like this would be what, a third state?
Well,
No,
is it an action? Is the Butcher album under there?
No.
Okay.
Oh wait, let's see here. But this is a Butcher here.
Okay, then that's a first state Butcher album.
This is a second state.
No, a second state is when you've peeled it.
No, that's third state.
Well,
first state would be the original cover.
Oh, right. First state is the original Butcher album cover.
Right.
Second state is Yesterday and Today.
You can see Ringo's sweater right there.
And then you see there, right? That's a second state. You're absolutely right.
And then this is another second state mono. I don't know why I have two of those.
Oh, these songs.
Okay, and then this is a non-Butcher.
A non-Butcher, yeah.
That's the one up there on the wall is
The Who, Elvis Costello.
That's a stereo third state.
All right, yeah, I can see it. Your third album right now. You got who is that? Billy Idol over there.
Yep,
that's an autographed Billy Idol, an autographed
Elvis Costello.
And then
My Aim Is True. And then the Butcher right in there.
Yeah,
right after it. Yeah, very nice.
Rachel, I didn't sign up for a Harry Room tour.
Okay, hold on. Did you, Rob, were you ever lucky enough to get a Butcher? Have you ever stumbled on one?
Not in my hands, but I've seen tons of them. In fact, there was one at Amoeba.
Yeah.
That was fully
not that hard to get.
Yeah, they're not. I've seen them at least 20 times. They're not impossible to find.
Harry, question for you. Is there a difference in the different Horzu copies of a Magical Mystery Tour? Because I know there's more than just one Horzu.
The desired one is the Horzu label.
Yeah.
And then the second next to that, I think, is the Apple pressing of it.
Okay.
It'll have the Apple.
So any Horzu would do.
For Magical Mystery Tour.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I have that. I have the Horzu Magical Mystery Tour.
Yeah, I did. I picked that up as well. You have to have it. Okay, Bolin. Hang on, Bolin. Bolin's. I know who Bolin 70s is. He's a character. It's Julian. I think it's Julian. Bolin 70s. That my friend Julian. Julian, I've known for a good long while. I haven't seen him for a while, but it's good to have him in. Simon, you don't remember Julian? You know Julian, don't you?
Oh, Julian, yeah.
Yeah, he's a good lad. He likes you. He's a fan.
Yeah, we're okay now.
He gets sensitive, right? Julian's sensitive.
He is, yeah.
Hey, William, do you see yourself? I'll let you finish chewing, but it'll give you a chance to think about it. Do you consider yourself sensitive? Because I would never, William, I love you. I would never want to hurt your feelings at all. I love your support of the Seahawks there and everything. That's great. Or what is that? The Scorpions? What do they call them? the snake group. What is it? That thing that they call the Kraken? Is it, those guys, the hockey thing? That's fantastic. Okay, Rob, we are working love at the end of the year because that's what needs to happen in the vinyl community. I think Simon agrees.
Rachel, I would believe your showering of praises.
Love is
if it was followed up by sort of a love vinyl tag for 2026.
Okay.
Pat's Radio, yes, I
official.
do.
Okay.
Official.
Rob, I think that's a beautiful thought. William, would you participate in something like that if we did the love? Have you heard from Marius Stark, by the way, or any of the other people that have generally been vilified and deemed outcasts of the vinyl community? Are you in touch with them, or are they most of them in prison now? Let me know.
AKA the Legion of Doom.
The Legion of Doom. Great name for it. Kind of cool. Take care, time.
Yeah. What you asked me kind of two questions at once.
So many great questions for you, William.
Yeah.
I'm asking about your somewhat, I don't know, tempestuous relationship with Marius Stark and maybe Fred Dobbs. How's Fred doing? I haven't heard from Fred forever.
I don't think he likes me anymore. I don't know what happened.
Okay, was there a falling out? You don't even know what happened.
You know what
I was
happened,
getting ready
William.
to send the guy.
Hold on there. God, Michael 45, just settle your horses.
Ready to send him.
Wow.
I had this racist Confederate record that he really wanted.
Yes.
I was about ready to mail it to him, and then he just turned on me.
Was that Story of a Nation or what? A Birth of a Nation? Was it something like that? You know, they considered that quite racist.
No, it was Looking for a Handout by Johnny Rebel.
Okay, Johnny Rebel. So is Fred a racist in your opinion, William?
I don't know. See,
or is he just enamored of
Rachel?
albums?
In my opinion, he is.
Yeah. Okay, Rob feels
he wants to listen to it and have an after.
Okay, hold on. I want to hear Simon on this. Simon, you have a sensitive soul. You know Fred. Is Fred a racist?
He's not a racist. But I think he would find a record like that amusing. He has that kind of
all the anti-Semitic comments he would throw my direction. That's not racism.
Okay, Andy goes, that Marius Stark guy did parody videos. That is art. Okay, you've heard me talk about this. William is an artist too. These young parody artists, this is an art form, and it shouldn't be vilified. It should be respected for the art and the thought and the love. I'm going to put it out there.
Crap on a canvas, is that art?
Whoa! Look, okay, listen, Siskel and Ebert over there, Mr. Critic. Come on now. How are we going to move forward as a community unless we're sharing our love? Okay.
You got to call crap when it is crap.
Well, I think that's too strong a word in this case.
It's a tough one.
Jeff wants to know, are Rob and William actually playing? Yes, they are. They're friends now. Things have...
That is completely untrue, Rachel.
One big sandbox.
We're all, aren't we? Listen, we're all related to we're all cousins and family. Can't we think of ourselves that way?
In Rachel, we're all related.
I would give William an extra helping of mashed potatoes if he came to visit. I sure would.
Rachel?
Yeah, go ahead.
There's some more inbred than others, Rachel.
Okay, Massey is really fired up. He's going, it's fucking crap, not art. William, do you agree with that dismissive opinion of Norman Massey? He's a bit of a legend. Yeah, it could be. Okay. I love that. Thank you, Dave. Now's the perfect time to mend old wounds. I love that comment. So do you see the art in doing the parodies, William? Do you see that there's an art form in there?
I think you could add art to it, but the idea of a parody is to tell a joke and you get the joke in the snap of a finger. It's kind of like if you look at a meme and you can't laugh within 5 seconds, you didn't make a meme. If you gotta really look at this meme and read things in it, the dude who made it's got some. He's either butthurt or he needs to go see a psychiatrist or something. If you want to tell a joke, keep it simple. And yes, to that extent, it is an art form.
Frank, I love you. Absolutely. Words of wisdom. Let's all get along in the vinyl community 2026. And that's what's happening right here on The Ghost Show, because there's so much love to be had.
William, have you bought any liquid-filled records?
I have not. I don't like that. Here's 2 ideas I don't like that's trending right now. One is liquid-filled vinyl. The other is vinyl slabbing.
Yeah.
Anti-vinyl slabbing.
Have you ever slabbed the vinyl?
No way. We'll never. And
look at this. What do we got here? Is this, hold on, William. What are we looking at here? Look at it. It's got liquid fill.
And look at this.
He's
actually the drummer of the Beatles.
Drummer of the Beatles, liquid vinyl.
Is that his
actual blood?
Okay, now what are we looking at? Is this a bootleg?
No, they actually made 400 of these.
But he's billed as drummer of the Beatles.
Yeah, apparently he is. I thought it was Bernard Purdy, but
okay. Holy smoke. This is a great comment here from Norman, and never one to miss an opportunity. Norman says, official legend, trademark. Rob, have you ever trademarked any of your witticisms? Because you've had so many great ones over the year. That's who you are, TM. Something like that, Rob, as an example.
No, I just get the URLs to all my comments.
He just buys up the domain names.
Yeah, like moron.com.
Moron.com. That's one that Rob, that was one of your early ones. William, were you ever, I believe you were called a moron once or twice by Rob in your career.
Wounded.
Okay. William, have you gotten a girlfriend yet, by the way? Let's do a little bit of the romance.
See, why does this always get brought up? Why do I have to talk about the girl I'm dating?
Okay, well done. I didn't know you got a girl.
Hey, I have a question. I have a question, Rachel.
Rob, go right ahead.
And maybe you're the person who can find out for us.
Okay.
Is she in Canada?
Good question. Nebraska Canadian relationships. They both come from
Is
cold
she aware
environments.
of the vinyl community?
Somebody's phone is blinking. I'll look and see if it's mine.
It's Rob.
It's not my phone. My phone's not blinking.
I mean, can you imagine being single and meeting a woman, not William, but anybody, and meeting a woman and her not knowing that you're a member of the vinyl community?
Yeah.
When she finds out, is that going to be a deal breaker or what?
Okay, that's a good question.
Maybe they already know.
Well, no, the question is they don't know when they meet you and then later find out. Is that now a deal?
It's part of getting to know someone, is it not?
Mm-hmm.
When they walk
I'm just
by,
asking.
when they walk by this room and they're like, why do you have this on display here? You know, maybe they may or may not.
Why do you have 8 copies of the White Album?
Got to explain a few things, right?
Yeah.
You know?
But it's great. Tell us how did you crazy kids get together? Were you at the malt shop, or how do the young people do it like that in the modern
Which
world?
app did you use?
We went to the pop shop.
Was she a parole officer?
Pops, one straw, you know. 2 straws.
That would be fantastic. You know, and William, let's not make any bones about this, pardon the pun. You're a handsome young man. You're a buck. You're a young, handsome young buck. Okay. And yet, so anyway, and so you're in Nebraska and everything, and it's wintertime. So now there's no crops to deal with, presumably.
Not really, no.
So it's a quiet time. Do you tip the cows? I've heard about that.
I'm not a cow tipper, no.
Look at Charles Starkweather. I mean, he had nothing to do.
Everybody out here tipped cows. We wouldn't be eating steaks out here, right?
Yeah.
It's not a very nice thing to do. I feel bad for cows who get tipped.
Yeah. Do you know the science behind the cow tipping? Have you heard about that?
They can't get up afterwards.
They
right?
can't. Those cows is down. If you got a cow that's down, England, probably you'd have no idea what we're talking about. This is a tradition in America where the cows get tipped. And it usually happens in rural.
You watch too many 70s movies.
Holy smokes! Now,
it's not a real thing.
Okay, let's talk 70s movies. What kind of ride do you have? Do you have? I picture you in a Cougar.
Oh, I picture him with a Cougar.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you know.
Rob, have you ever pictured William?
Sorry, William, I couldn't resist.
Fortunately, I have never pictured him doing anything.
I don't picture you doing very much.
Pina.
A Plymouth Roadrunner.
Yeah. Rachel, maybe here's some questions you could ask.
Yeah, Rob.
Right. Rachel, you could say, what's the age difference is a good question to ask sometimes. Okay,
good. So, William, what's the age difference between you and your gal?
It's
if she's young,
important.
it's okay.
Actually, just tell us what grade she's in.
Yeah. Holy smokes. That's crazy. So, I mean, this is fantastic.
Rachel,
yeah,
maybe what's the curfew is a good question.
Holy smokes. So, William, have you met her folks or anything like that? Has that happened yet?
I'm still trying to get her to break up with her boyfriend.
Okay. Well, that's contact.
Is he in the VC?
Okay. Hold on. Yeah, it's a boyfriend in the VC.
Yeah.
Holy smokes. Holy moly.
Does he have any records?
No.
So, well, that's unfortunate. So, is there any chance, do you think, that it could become a little more serious between you and, I want to say Gladys, but That may not be the young lady's name.
Definitely not.
Is her last name Kravitz?
Rachel, maybe you could say, do you call her Miss or Mrs.?
Porch pineapple, quit making jokes like that. That's not funny. That can be deemed hurtful. All right.
Oh man, I'm
If
glad
it's
I
not
didn't miss
funny,
this
it doesn't
stream
even
tonight.
offend.
All right. Holy smokes. Okay. I love this right now. Oh my God. I knew William looked a little more relaxed. Isn't that Viv Delphina?
Hey
Seeing
Delphina, how are you?
gosh,
Happy
she's
New
lovely.
Year.
We love you, Delphina. What a great. This is so good. We're friends. We're all getting along. We love records and whatnot. William, is there a record you're looking forward to? We're going to go around the panel on this. What are you looking for in 2026? I got my eye on one. I'll tell the kids what it is.
You go
What's
first.
your record?
You go first.
Oh, mine is Park Life. It's coming out February 6th. It's Blur. It hasn't, it's Blur, but the album has not been pressed in years. I got to get, even though I'm dead loyal at Oasis, but I still got to have that one album.
I just sold a copy of that. If I would have known, I would have.
My God, I would have bought it off you. Holy smokes! So I'm glad you sold
know
it.
now,
Were you able to make a good profit on it?
Yeah,
All right. That's what we want.
Business like that, don't like to brag about big sales and all that.
You don't. I've never seen you that way. I don't read you that way. I see you as a humble record guy that just goes out there and sells the records.
Yeah, I try to give off the impression that I'm a miserable, broke jackass. So just to give the trolls some content.
Well,
but why?
Success.
Park Life.
Okay. Both sides.
Harry, same question for you. Do you have a record that you're particularly on the hunt for in 20?
Yeah, it hasn't been announced, but I think this year we're going to get the Mobile Fidelity Springsteen's Born to Run.
Oh, legendary album. There's the album in question. Hold on, someone. I had no idea we had you mirrored back poorly. There you go. Park Life. That is fantastic. As a proper Englishman, did the lyrics in that song resonate with you? Oh, the people.
They do.
Many people. I love
that. Splatter.
Holy smokes, lad. I'm envious. Look at you in England getting all these great albums. I mean, I'm in Canada.
The Darren, Rachel.
Yeah, you guys do it. Like you get in your Oasis first pressing, for the love of God.
You have the latest one. You have the Ballad of Darren.
I don't have that one. Give me the thoughts on it. I recommended.
It is. It's very much back to the roots of how they once were.
Yeah, I saw there was a little buzz when it came out.
So yeah, it's worth picking up.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely pick up Park Life. That's a classic.
Okay, so for yourself, how does Blur compare for you with Oasis in terms of the collection? I assume, I hope to God, Oasis wins the battle for you in your heart for your favorite of the two bands.
It does, yeah. I mean, I've only got the 3 Blurs on vinyl. I got all the collection on CD for both of them, but out of the two, Oasis is my favorite. Oasis knew who they were as Blur didn't.
Oh, that's an interesting comment. Oasis knew who they were when Blur didn't. Because Blur, I guess they grew into themselves and they were changing their style.
They were experimental and constantly. I mean, they were great, but they were changing.
Yeah, and Oasis came in. They knew what the kind of their sound, what they liked, and they just kept hit after hit after hit. In my opinion, absolutely great. Okay, Eddie, have you got anything you're on the hunt for in 2026? A new release or anything that you got goals to get in 2026?
I just mentioned one earlier, the Horseshoe version of
the Horseshoe Magical Mystery Tour.
Yeah.
You got to rope that one in. Mm-hmm. Not hard to do. Oh, hitting the mic.
Yeah, I can find them online. I just want to get a good price. I've seen some go to 200, 400. Yeah,
you could probably get one for less than 200.
Austin Record Show. There'll be a few of them there.
Yeah. Oasis are crazy, and there is a great documentary on them. I tell you, last year, the year before, I picked up Oasis live at Nebworth. The energy off that thing, it'd say, I got the CD, double CD. Holy smokes. What a show.
Big live event that way.
Play it loud. That thing just absolutely rocks. Okay, Harry, an album, a concert,
You already asked
anything.
me.
Did we do you already?
Yep, you got to do Rob now.
What did you do? What was your answer? Remind me.
MoFi's.
The MoFi. Yeah, okay. You're going after that MoFi Bruce Springsteen. Okay, so now, young William, look at you. A record for you or something other than a girlfriend, maybe something for your girlfriend. What do you think? Take your time. You're doing good. Don't be shy. People like you.
I have every record I've ever wanted.
Okay, really? Is this where you're at? Who do you think you are, Norman Maslow? What's going on with that kind of answer? Holy smoke. Okay, Rob, you're young. You're still collecting. Anything you're after, particularly this year?
I would like to get my hands on a few people who negatively participates their police record, Rachel. I would like to get those.
Oh,
the criminal records.
Okay. Wow.
What are you talking about?
Beautiful.
Hey, I'm going to say goodbye, everybody, because I've got to go get dinner. Right now.
Okay.
It sounded like
Harry,
a passive backhanded comment, Rob.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New
Cheers,
Year, Harry.
Bye-bye.
Sue says Happy New Year too, Harry. Okay, we don't have quite the same. With this mic, it's more unidirectional. It's just myself. So you don't hear my lovely Sue as much as you might. Okay, I saw Oasis at Wembley night one this summer, and I've never experienced the amount of energy at a show. It was electric. That was huge. That was probably one of the biggest events of 2025, Oasis touring. And boy, it was met with a lot of fanfare, a lot of excitement. It had been a long time. People waited for it to happen.
Rachel,
and it finally happened.
You should see the reception they got in Mexico.
What happened there, Eddie? Positive?
According to Jason Rojas, because he saw him in Chicago, I believe. And in Mexico, he goes, the Mexican crowd blew away Chicago. They sang from beginning to end every lyric. They were up on their feet. They were dancing. They were just
live forever. Yeah, I love that. Holy
I'm pretty sure Mexico's been waiting for them to play there for many, many years.
That's what you want. When you go to a show, you want the crowd to be into it, behind it, the energy, the power. You want all of that affection and stuff. Holy smoke. We're hoping 2026 also. You know, William, you're not the only one with friends that, you're maybe not seeing eye to eye. But I love Jason Rojas. And I want him on this program. We're going to try and get him back. We don't know if it's possible, anything, but we hope eternally, don't we? Right? And Simon, thinking of England, beloved England, who else do we love more than Ian Rankin the Obscure? I would love to see if we could get the big man back. I don't know if we can, but the olive branch is always there for Ian. Ian knows. Him and I have always been copacetic anyway. But you never know. Right? You never know.
You never know.
Yeah. Now, William, how are you and the Rice Paddies getting along? Because Michael, you guys were like blood brothers, in step with each other. There was so much love there, and it resonated for so many of us. I know Rob sent me many an email saying, gosh, those guys are sure getting along great. Take your time with this question because it's a good one. A lot of people want to know.
Really, these are very hard-pressed questions. I feel like you're grilling me here.
Oh, hold on. Whoa. I got to back it right the hell up. I'm going to dial it right back. I don't want you hurt. I don't want you feeling pressed ever. See, this is what I was saying earlier. You are so sensitive. I've got to walk on eggshells around you.
Rachel.
Yes, Rob. How do you deal with sensitive people like our poor friend William?
Yeah. Well, you know how I deal with sensitive people, Rachel.
Well, you generally cosset them in a way that encourages them to express their giftings.
Right.
Spinning Bobby's another kid I just love. Do you know Spinning Bobby? At all, William? He's Spinning Bobby. Great. No, not Bobby Gas. Spinning Bobby. Bobby Spitting Bobby.
From Vegas.
Yeah, is he in Vegas? Is that his town?
I think he was in Las Vegas.
Porch Pineapple says Rachel did Spitting Bobby dirty. Here's the deal about Spitting Bobby. Bobby did a video and he was going and he he wanted me to do it. He goes,
bring the heat, Rachel.
Yeah. He goes, when are you going to do my video? And I go, what are you doing? And he goes, so you did the thing. And I go, oh, okay. Now we got somebody. This is strange. William, help me here. We got somebody in the behind scenes. They're called The Truth.
Holy
Simply
smokes.
called The Truth. But they aren't giving there's a private chat message. Let's look at it and see what it reads, everyone. Oh, sorry. Rachel, Jason Rojas is in your chat as we speak. His troll name is The Truth Has Spoken to Me. I won't out him because he's Jason is a friend of ours here on the program. But I'd love to have him. Oh, Rachel, please bring back Greg Danger here. Okay, this is a guy I love. Rob, let's be frank about this. Remember, we had the Ghosties and you had a strong performance, but remember, Craig won a great award.
Wait.
And you intercepted somehow, and he wasn't able to get his carefully prepared speech out, and he was crushed. Let's face facts. He was crushed. William, remember that? He was crushed. Go ahead, Rob.
Isn't Frank Mr. Sticker Mania? How can I be him?
No, I'm sorry. It's a figure of speech. I'm not referencing the wonderful Frank Sticker Mania. I'm referring, let's just put our cards on the table.
Rachel,
okay?
initially,
Craig was so hurt.
Initially,
yeah,
I feel most people that participate in all this,
yes,
have a sense of humor.
Yes.
There are certain people who don't have a sense of humor.
Okay.
And then there are certain people who get butthurt by sense of humor.
Yes.
For 3 categories.
So, Rachel.
Yes.
I think he came back and he said his schedule just doesn't fit in with.
He did say that. He said he got an employment, what's known as a job.
Right. So I feel I'll take him on his word where I think he probably had a sense of humor.
Yes.
And then his schedule just didn't work out with participating.
Okay.
Did he wear a purple suit or something?
A white suit.
This show is going better and better and better. One of the legends of England in the VTAC is my young protege, Spring Hill Jim. Jim,
Rachel,
God bless you.
Here's to 2026. Here's to 2026. I have a good feeling 2026 will be a good year.
I think it's going to be our year, Jim.
Rachel,
yeah.
Is Jim living in someone's attic without their knowledge?
Okay, let's talk to Jim. Jim, how come it's a little, the lighting is what Rob's referencing here, or the lack thereof?
Simon will back me up here. It's very late in the UK.
Yeah, it's so late in the UK that Simon has a light shining on him. That's how late it is.
I can't see it. Yeah, Rob, no hard feelings, my friend.
No, there's a huge amount of hard feelings towards you. So I don't take any of your nonsense.
26, my good man. Health and happiness, my good man.
Yeah.
You, my friend, I have a good feeling that 2026, that's your year, 2026.
Yeah. Well, when is the year you become legal that you're allowed to live on your own?
Okay.
That's very good, Rob.
Okay. He's young, but as a protege.
Mediocre kind of childish.
Jim, I want to tell you something, lad. You were in when we did our great Beatles episode. By the way, if you missed it, please go watch Sunday night's program. William, did you see it at all? I know you're so busy. Go back and watch it. It's really good. But Jim, you were so strong in the peanut gallery. I was watching your Beatle knowledge, and by gum, I was impressed, young man. You live in England. The Beatles were English. You're English. You can understand them. Their thoughts, their feelings, their English ways, their traditions. And this is what Simon was talking about earlier in the program when he talked about tradition and that it comes from that. And you carry that in your hearts and souls. And I love you and Simon for doing it. Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Like I
really
said,
strong
I
performance in the
mentioned in the
peanut
chat,
gallery.
Rachel, earlier.
Yeah.
Simon, I just really enjoy your live streams, the ones you do with Michael. And there are so few that I can actually sit through. Like, so many of them are so dull. I can't bear it.
Yes.
But Simon's, yours are really good. There's good back and forth between you and Michael. And good music talk, which is rare in the VC.
Hey,
There
Rachel.
is. Yeah. Thank you.
Can you ask the little putts? Christmas morning, did an old crazy dude ask him to go fetch the butcher and buy the big goose hanging in the window?
Okay. So,
well, you know,
what
I'm
is
a big, what's his name again? Rob? I love Dickens. He's my favorite author.
You like Dickens?
I appreciate the
Dickens.
Is that when you cross a chicken and a dick? A dick?
So I appreciate. Oh, you Americans are so mature, but I prefer the Great Expectations. Actually, is my favorite Dickens.
Oh,
novel.
we had Great Expectations for you, but
I still have them. Miss
Now,
Haversham.
Eddie, do you have a YouTube channel? I was looking for your content. Do you have anything?
Yeah, but it's not for pussies.
Oh,
it's not for pussies. You got to say Eddie's already made his mind up.
Yeah.
So
I didn't even know who Eddie is.
Oh,
you don't need to know anything, buddy.
You got a strong opinion.
Shut the fuck up.
Hey, listen, it's the Carba. My favorite Beatles, John Lennon. I'm just a total Lennon fan. He's my guy. I love John. But, you know, here's the deal. This is where we're going forward in 26. Let's leave. Let's start. Let's turn over a new leaf.
Yes.
By gum, we can do it as family.
Yes,
Uncle
Rachel.
William, Cousin Jim, Auntie Rachel, if you will.
I'd like to see Jim reinvent himself and actually create a proper vinyl community.
What do you think about that, Jim?
And
Now,
show
I know
records.
Well, Simon, I appreciate the support. I mean, I had a channel that was 600 subscribers, about 300 videos.
About nuts.
Again, William?
It wasn't about vinyl.
No, I mean, it wasn't particularly a troll channel, though. I mean, it was serious content, genuine videos.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
My favorite is when he did videos about
card.
where people work and the negative reviews.
No, you're right, Rob.
None of it was about that.
Original content.
Rob, yeah, do you see us going forward in
positive
love
channel.
with William, shoulder to shoulder?
God.
Have you
Do it
and
fucking
okay,
right
William and Rob, guys, why don't you guys do a collab?
No,
where you're
no,
showing
thank you.
your records and you're selling your records.
Rachel.
Yeah,
Rachel.
Rob. Yeah.
He can do what he wants to do, and I'll do what I want to do.
But you don't. But the unity, the
Rachel,
teamwork.
Can I finish?
Sorry, James. Go ahead.
No, can you mute him?
No,
we're having
he's
a good
young,
conversation.
and I want him to be. This is his time to shine.
Some of my past behavior was immoral and wrong, but I think it's
and your present behavior too with your troll accounts.
Rob, excuse me, but frankly, I think it's ludicrous to hear William take the moral high ground and say you were a troll.
Yeah, William looks nothing like the rapper Ludacris. Okay?
Nobody's perfect, Jim. Nobody's
quite
perfect.
right, Simon.
You're still a young lad. You're still learning the ropes. No doubt, I reckon you will grow and you will create your own channel and you will be your own personality within a few years. If
you know what the weirdest thing? It's just so I just want all the gang. Like I don't know what happened, Jim, between you and William. You guys were like so tight. England and America. It was so beautiful, the relationship, and you're both bright and friendly, and you've got great, charisma.
I was supposed to pick this dude up at the airport. I don't know what the fuck happened. Talk to this guy.
Jason Rojas and I hooked up, and I had to kind of dismiss William's invitation. So, but only because Jason. Well, no, I wouldn't. Do I thank God every day? Look, William, behind or beneath the kind of craziness, there is a good guy there, a knowledgeable music head.
Yes.
I wouldn't recommend meetups with William, just because you never know. But that doesn't mean don't interact with him in the VC. Of course, interact with William because some of his live streams are entertaining.
Yes.
The ones that get the most views are the crazy breakdown moments where he goes on these tirades. The ones where he's being genuine, people don't watch, which I think is a shame. But the trouble is, and I know this, when you sort of start with the nonsense and then you try and become genuine, then it's difficult for you can't just expect people to magically forget your previous nonsense. I know this as well as anyone. So that's William's problem to suddenly then transform himself.
I want to
people say, hang on, you were the guy who said Mark Glassman was the worst person in the planet. So it's difficult.
Here's what I really think is you spend a great deal of time thinking about me and your little group of trolls on a daily basis. And the fact that you're coming up here and this is what you want to talk about, I need to say nothing else.
Okay, hold on. We now turn our attention. Rob has got a thought for all of us.
Yeah, Rachel, you need to geographically make this better for what's going on right now.
Okay, so let's go shift everything around a bit. Sweet Edwin has joined us, who started, of course, the vinyl tag. We're talking about the vinyl tag. So, William, are you going to do the vinyl tag this year? Have you done an entry for it?
That's why I actually clicked this restream link, is because I'm pissed off at Mazzy.
Okay, what happened?
Because he messed up my vinyl tag.
Were you going to do it this year, William?
I was supposed to do the vinyl tag, and then Mazzy had to do his Mazzy tag as he always does because he's Mazzy. And so 90-year-old Mazzy,
he didn't do a vinyl tag
and runs and hides on the George Borden panel right now.
Okay.
He's running from the truth is all I have to say.
Well, hold on.
He tag blocked you?
He tag blocked me.
He didn't do a vinyl tag. Mazzy didn't do a vinyl tag.
But what I'm saying is he ruined it.
He didn't, by doing someone who came out with the vinyl tags tag.
So that was David Atkinson over in England who's launched the tag. So Mazzy just reinforced it to support David, right?
I was kind of joking. Mazzy didn't ruin the tag. I was sort of not being serious.
Well, I was there when Rob Walker had that infamous drunken meltdown.
Okay, what was your thought about it, Jim?
You could feel what Rob's, and it was understandable. He was so dejected because he tried so hard with the tag, and it had been a passion. And
he held the tag dear to him.
Yeah, but people say, "Oh, it's just the internet. It's not real life. Why take it so seriously?" But people do take it seriously. You can't avoid that. People are really passionate about this. So then for Mazzy to come along with his sort of protege Edwin and say, "Here's this guy nobody's even heard of."
Well, hold on, Edwin's well established, Jim. You're so young.
He's established, but he only made like 6 videos that year.
Yeah.
Well, he's the official vinyl tag. It was a bit kind of.
Okay, hold on. Let's. Here's what happened.
But why doesn't Ricefield Records do the tag? He's got a serious channel with loads of.
He's great. Now listen, maybe his ship is about to come in, but maybe 2024, 2025 wasn't the year of the patties. But
and 2026 won't be the year of the patties either, Rachel.
Okay, now hold on. Rice patties. Say what you will about him. He's a record guy. He loves his music. By God,
Rachel, he made every bad choice that someone could make doing this nonsense.
That's true. Their choices were made. I see that.
No, I don't.
I warned you guys about that idiot.
Hold on, Eddie. Whoa, Eddie, let's not be so
educational videos. I mean, look at all. I've never been to Japan.
Yeah.
But you watch his videos, and they're very thoughtful, insightful. It's a different culture over there. What's it really like? And he profiles this. No one else is doing that. Tokyo Brian isn't. He's over there, but he rambles too much. Rice is precise and
he's more of a scientific approach.
Rachel, I'll agree with Jim. Ricefields has like Ricefields has like a turtle-like approach to this because he looks like a turtle.
Again, Rob, you have nothing against him, so you go low and you.
No, I'm not going low. Look, I have as much that dude. Hold on. That dude admitted all the bullshit, extracurricular
When was
bullshit
this?
that he did.
You're
And
still talking
secondly,
about it.
he did his approach to trying to be someone in the VC, which is not hard at all.
No.
He made every misstep you could make because he's a putz. So that's what he does.
Kepler, paging Christopher Kepler. Chris Kepler, we love you. Chris is in the house. Holy smoke. Talk about veterans of the vinyl community. Chris Kepler, none finer. Boom, boom, boom. I love Chris. Happy New Year, Chris. And I hope 2025.
The dude is recently on a Rachel video made a comment that I addressed, and his choice, instead of being witty, was to give out information that I don't publicly give out.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to be taken seriously by anyone in the VC.
Here's what really hurts is for poor rice patties, and this kid is putting out the content, Jim. But look at this. This is Delphina. She's a real girl with real girl feelings and everything. I'll take Tokyo O'Brien over rice patties any day of the week.
Well, it's all subjective.
That's a strong endorsement.
But Rachel, Tokyo O'Brien. That's because Tokyo O'Brien is more of a teddy bear. You know, he
is a teddy bear. He's adorable.
He's sort of all smiles, Pollyanna, that kind of thing. Let's play the glad game. Rice is serious. Okay. So you choose. Do you want
Jim, don't we have so
food?
many? This is what William and I like to bring. Rice? We like to bring fun, and we're putting fun back in record collection.
You know what? I'll agree again with Jim. He's a serious idiot.
Okay, you see, well, Jim, this is the thing. We don't want
William and Rice were a team. They were an alliance.
Yeah, and they were a good team.
Yes. It's like, what happened there? I mean, you two
I don't know.
were on fire.
Okay, we're going to go to William. You ask the question. We're going to get the answer. William, what happened to you and rice patties? Why did the breakup? What happened?
It was all my fault. Everything I just said, it was all my fault, right?
Were you in a particularly vulnerable state where you just lashed out at patties?
Yeah, here I'll just be real blunt with you.
Okay.
I guess if I felt like maybe someone was coming to my channel and they weren't contributing to like the music part, and they kind of kept trying to bring up conflict I wasn't interested in. I'm just got to cut ties. That's all I'm gonna say.
And I think your paranoid tendencies were to blame partly.
There we go, Jim again.
Paranoid tendencies.
Our link to Kick Dirt. This is what he does.
Well,
you know
hold on.
Tuesday,
don't be upset. Look, we already discussed this. You're sensitive. Don't allow him to trigger you. I've seen this happen with young. Rob. Let me say this one thought.
I'm going to leave soon, but can I give some advice? Can I give some advice?
Go ahead, but I've got insight.
Hey, Jim, when you feel the urge to be negative, just dial up one of your troll accounts and make that comment in the chat.
I don't have any troll accounts, and I'm not.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Several people know your troll accounts, and you use them.
This is where we have to really work and really knuckle down in order to make things work. Okay, for all of us.
I call it constructive criticism.
But Jim, here's the thing, sweetie. You don't want it. If William, we know William. Jim, you're a savant. We know you're a savant. Okay.
But Rachel, I can acknowledge I was wrong in the past. Okay. Okay. Good. William can't do that.
I think he can if
he could, we'd still be friends.
You are friends, don't you see?
Look.
You are still friends.
Rachel, I think the VC. There are teams in the VC, and when you quarrel amongst yourselves in your kind of rank, then we're in trouble. We're in trouble.
We are in trouble, and that's why today here on this program we have a golden opportunity. Don't you see what's happening here? This is love and reconciliation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Life is too short, frankly.
It's going to be going great, Jim.
And certain people are too short, right, Jim?
Some of us are shorter than others. Okay, now listen. But he's probably a good boy at rugger. Okay.
use childish nicknames, or we can be mature and try and
well, you have yet to display any maturity.
Let's try and bring the VC together, Rob. You want to do hands across the water? Let's try it. Okay.
No, I'd rather you fall in the water.
Let's hands across the water.
All right. Now listen. So remember, we already established William can be quite sensitive. So you don't want to what's known as trigger the boy by using, "Oh, you're just paranoid." Like that's the kind of thing that just hurt William. You don't want to hurt him. What you want to do, Jim, is you're a bright spark. Gosh, I have so much confidence that you're going to turn right around and you're going to turn negatives into positives, and we're all going to, at the end of this stream, there's going to be new friends going for it. I feel it. So, Jim, what you want to say to William is you want to find out where you may have erred and then make it better. Make it better.
I don't think you could just force people together and just expect them to get on with each other. I mean, like Rob and Jim, that's just not going to happen. I mean, me and Rob aren't going to be the best of friends, but I think somewhere maybe we can be between us.
Look what's happening now. You're sitting next to Rob, and Jim.
Hey, Rachel. I've been informed by the authorities. I've already hit my friend limit.
Rob, what do you mean? Are you telling me that you're not willing to reach out to these young boys?
Look,
across the water.
I like to say that I gave Simon shit, but I didn't call him names or anything.
You're not like that.
That's done. Even though I think things have been said about me that are worse than anything I've ever said about anybody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Satan is real. That's a big. Now that's kind of funny. You got it like a 45 of it.
Is that a Jason Rojas reference?
Satan Israel. Well, we do have Satan Rojas as the audience. Oh, look at that! You got a triple.
He's referencing Jason.
Well, he's not really, but these are the Lufen brothers, and they're very famous. There was troubles, there were killings and murderings, and all sorts of criminal activity with these two evangelical religious types. Fundamentalists. They were more fundamentalist.
This is a Luven brothers reference?
Yeah, the Lupins.
To let you know.
Yeah.
Hey, Rachel, I'm going to exit. Okay. I think I did my...
Rob, you were
I used up all my goodwill for the year.
Leave these young men to me. I feel that going forward for the remainder of the show, we're really going to go forward with real love.
Now, Rachel, I'll leave the stream with this one thing. When you were grilling William about his potential new love.
Yes.
I think it's you, and he's waiting for Sue to dump you.
People are talking about that to say, Rachel, you're so sweet.
Well, Rob, you're the one who seems to be up here weekly talking to her.
Okay.
Okay, whatever that meant.
Okay, Satan is real just popped in backstage. Let's see what he says. Rachel, we can't have peace until William apologizes to Mark Glassman. Okay, there's that. Well, I don't want to trigger William with the whole Mark Glassman thing. Look, Mark's a good guy, okay?
I got to ask, how did the troll who popped into the backstage care so much about Mark Glassman?
Okay, that's a good point, William. I like that. I like where you're going with that.
Hey, troll, can we see your hands?
Oh, you don't want to do that, Rob. You don't know where those hands are.
All right, I'm going to exit.
Rob, I love you. Thanks. Happy New Year. Thanks, Rob.
Hey, Rachel. Yeah. See you next year.
See you next year, Rob. You will. Rob the Wax. Okay, guys, now it's just us. Finally, we're going to get to the bottom of all the discord in the vinyl community. And it's happening here and it's happening now. We're going to heal this thing up. There's an ugly triumvirate in the form of William, Jason, and Jim. Like you guys were.
No, there's not.
What?
No.
Well, okay. Are you on talking terms with young Jason again?
Here's what I honestly think. I've never really met any of you in real life. You're just not part of my life.
I feel I am, though.
If you don't like me, the problem is with you. Plain and simple.
Who doesn't not like you, though? I love you. I think you're fantastic. I think you got a talent, and you wear a what we call in Canada a toque. It's a woolen cap that's so great with your Seattle Kraken symbol.
Hey, check this toque out that I got today for free.
Okay, you look at you know the language.
0 F's given.
0 F's given. That's a tough cap.
perfect.
That's a tough woolen cap. So anyway, I just want you getting along. I don't think anybody should give you any stain. I think we're big enough, healthy enough to move on and love and support.
I agree.
And just with great positivity for, everything that's coming up in 2026. Now, are you okay? Go ahead.
Well, I want to mention over on my channel today, we do preach that, forward movement, positive relationships.
Love it. Yeah.
And I just want to mention, if you go and watch the stream, our stream, when I say our stream, the Pumping Vinyl channel, we are all a team together. So watch our
Jim,
stream.
You got it.
Yeah. Well.
Okay. Oh, okay.
And
okay, Jim, you got to come on. Jim, you got to show your camera picture. I can't bring you up unless you're in camera. You know how it goes.
What's up, William, Simon?
Oh yeah, you're right.
You guys.
All right.
Happy New Year, Rachel, Susie.
Wow. What a year. Okay, Simon, are you one to make New Year's Eve resolutions? Have you got a resolution like 2026 is the year I fill in the blank?
No, I never do.
You never do. Yeah,
you can never fulfill them anyway.
But whoa. It's like if you don't play, you can't win, kind of thing. Like, say you want to, you're so slim and trim anyway. You're a postal worker, and you get your exercise. But say you were fat like I was. I'm very slender now. By the way, I'm not. I'm not as slender as I want to be, but I'm well on the way. So anyway, you want to say, I'm going to lose weight, and you go out and you do it, and you make it happen. You're not going to fail. You're going to do it. Think positively about Simon. William, are you one to make a New Year's resolution? We just heard Simon doesn't. Would you make a New Year's resolution? Take your time. Think about it. It's okay. We're here for you. William's thinking about his resolution. Okay, Jim, here comes Jim. Jim, come back. Jim, what's Jim? Okay.
Yeah, it's very late over here.
Jim, how come you're not in a real boy right now? There he is.
Happy New Year, Jim.
Mello, Happy New Year. I hope you have a good 2026.
I appreciate that.
Okay, I love this comment. Can we get Stunty back on the TV show? I'm not going to say never. I love Stunty. Maybe we will. Maybe we'll. He's got the talent. We sure know that. Maybe we will. Would you guys like to see Stunty come back? Jim's just having the worst time with his feet. He's trying to come in and be part of the fun, but he is struggling. He really is.
I just want to say I really love this community, and I love all the players in it, even the ones that probably don't like me. I still got massive respect for anybody that comes up on here, shows their face, does their thing. I mean, William, you got brilliant videos. I think you're just incredible. Same thing with you, Simon. You guys are all just like, I feel like I'm cut below like you guys.
I like where wow, Mello, this is unexpected. William, does this make you increase your faith in humanity? Almost like It's a Wonderful Life. Like,
I've always William's been one of the nicest guys to me from day one, and I'll always have respect for William. I treat people as they treat me.
Whoa, Mello, that is one of the biggest endorsements this program has ever heard for our William. And I like to say our William, because by gum, he really is our William. I just love this young man from Nebraska so much. William, thoughts on the encouragement you received?
Yeah, I appreciate, I've always been great on my channel. I always make great videos, great content all the time. Best videos in the VC, bar none. 2026.
Porch Pineapple got timed out again.
Oh, good. I just did it.
Oh boy.
Oh, double timeout. I'm sorry, William. So anyway, beautiful comment by Mello, and your relationship with Mello couldn't be stronger right now.
I mean, to get a supportive comment like that, how can you?
Yeah.
You take what you can get these days.
I love what I'm hearing. And Simon, yeah,
it's a very
Simon,
nice
and you got the encouragement from Mello for you.
I really do. I'm not, saying it.
Simon, this is a real American from New Jersey telling you that you're just great.
Take the channels away. We're all equals. We're all equals here.
Yes.
You know?
I bet you if we were all in the same room, there would be nothing but hugs in my mind.
Yeah. So, Mello, are you one to make a New Year's resolution? We've got a new year coming.
To write more songs, get closer to God.
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
Bring light and love and happiness and joy. That's really where I want to stay, you know. Keep the peace in my life. And, you know, treat people as they treat, you know, do unto others as they do unto you, you know, the golden rule. And we should live by that, you know. Life's too short. Just like Jim said, life is too short. And, you know.
Jim is wise beyond his years. Now, Bello, you've been so kind with the encouragement. Do you have some encouragement for young Jim? Maybe help to guide him, an older man guiding.
Drummer, honestly, Jim is an incredible drummer. If you go see his videos that he had with him playing drums, the guy's got real talent. You know, he's what can I say?
He just doesn't have videos anymore.
Yeah,
well, that's good.
I watched his videos and I thought they were amazing. I even complimented. I would jam with Jim if he was like, you know, in my area. I would easily play with the guy.
He's going to surprise us all, Jim.
Yeah.
So, I would actually, if actually, you know what? Melody on guitar, Spring Hill Jim on the drums, I'd pay to see it.
With Darren Crawford on keyboard.
I'd pay a $10 cover to see that show.
Mr. Stickermania, Mello, do you have a New Year's song for us? We have a request.
A New Year's song? I could get the guitar.
Okay, well, hold on to that. That's how we'll end the broadcast. I want to do a 3-hour show. I want to end the year on with a 3-hour show. For yourself, William, when you're doing your live streams, do you have a certain number of hours in mind for you, or do you just wing it?
I go live if I say what I have to say, and I don't think of a time frame anymore. I can go 20 minutes if I want, or I've gone 2.5 hours by myself. So it's just whatever's on my mind.
That's amazing talent in order to do that. It's not easy. I've been there. I know it. Simon, what about your fine self? Do you have a set time you like to go? Okay, here's the goal. I'm going to hit this mark. Once I've hit that, I've done my duty for society. My time is my own now.
No, I just keep going. I try and schedule my videos. I don't have any particular goals. I just enjoy this hobby. You know, meeting and greeting people. I think that's the best reward of doing this is the people you meet.
Yeah, I love that. So, Jim, I have so much hope for you. Are you a young man that is prone to make New Year's resolutions or anything like that? We're moving around the group asking this question.
And do you mean resolutions in the VC?
Well, no, I mean, like in your life, like, 26, this is a year. I'm going to be friends with Rob the Wax or something like that you put out. But it could be, this is a year I'm going to cut down on drinking so much ale or whatever your vice may be. You know, it's a New Year's resolution is what we call them, Jim.
Yeah, I understand. I mean, I would, something Simon said earlier that absolutely rings true. Often you can't, if two people really don't get on, you can't expect them to magically become inseparable.
Right.
So the situation with Rob, I think the only, there's no real remedy for that except
what about
avoid
baby
each
step?
other. Avoid each other.
No, Jim. Too hard. Too strict.
Because Rob hates me. He doesn't want
baby steps.
And you can't. His right. He has a right to hate me.
Make your baby steps. Listen to me. I'm going to guide you and coach you here. Baby steps. Like William, we have come so far in our relationship. It's unbelievable. Like how close I am to that young creator over there. Simon over here. Simon, I'd share a pint with in a heartbeat. And Mello. I'd get so bonged out I wouldn't even know if I was in New Jersey. Okay? This is what we're talking, Jim. Don't all throw it in the baby deep water. Don't go in the deep end of the pool. You're going to drown. Take the little wade into the little baby pool. Maybe start the baby wading pool first. Then you advance and you go into a little deeper. Maybe it's 4 feet deep tops. You wade around. You put the little water wings on and you get accustomed to it. Then finally, you take the little diving board and the middle diving board, then the bigger one, And by the time you're finished, you and Rob are going to be best of friends. And I feel you've got it in you. You're bright, you're fun, you're bright young boy, and you know your music, Jim. You're a drummer, you know, record,
You're an amazing drummer.
movie.
I'll tell you that much.
Mello, I appreciate that.
Kitchen sink drama, Jim, you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you see, Rachel, I offered Rob, I said if Rob was ever in the UK, I'd give him a guided tour of Leeds, of Yorkshire, you know, happily. That'd be
And
a sort of
you will.
olive branch that I'd
It's gonna
extend
happen.
to Rob.
It's going to happen. It's
It
going
could
to
happen. One
It
day.
will happen. You got to
Jim.
be positive. Don't say it may. Go, it will happen. Okay.
Jim,
It will
what are your
happen.
plans towards your channel? Where do we go from here? What are we going to expect in 2027?
Wow, you asking me that question?
Didn't he?
Who's Simon? Are you asking me that question?
I'm asking Jim that question.
Oh, I'm sorry. I
Sorry.
got excited for a second. I got a little eager. Sorry, William. I know you were anxious to hear my take on that, but no, this is for Jim. Jim, go right ahead. Where do you see your channel?
Well, yeah, like I said earlier, I had a serious channel with about 600 subscribers, 300 plus videos, but the likelihood of getting that back is slim. The chances are slim. So, Simon, I'm thinking about starting new, a fresh page.
Okay.
Focusing
You can
on
build that
film,
again.
records, that kind of thing, and just staying on the straight and narrow, not getting distracted by drama. That kind, you know. We'll see what happens
Good.
next year.
That's what I'd like to.
Yeah.
That's what I'd like to see from you.
Yeah.
You could easily do that again, Jim. Obviously, it could definitely, because you got the talent to do it.
Yeah.
Gosh, I hope we see a turnaround this year for Jim. I'm praying for it. I know a lot of. Well, there he goes. Oh, he may try.
He's starting the turnaround right now.
Yes. Well, his connection is just woeful right now on this final show of the year.
Apologies, Rachel.
It's okay, Jim. It's the connections of it's like the vagaries of the internet. Okay. Gosh, this has been unbelievable. Probably one of our best shows ever. And don't you see, if we could be here hugging everybody virtually right now, I think, by gum, I'm all in for it. Like a group hug or something like that. I think it would be really good for us.
I'm back.
Oh, I noticed that. Okay, I fear this new Rachel has lost her edge. Bill, listen, Kreiner, we're trying to bring people together, for the love of God. William has spent all year working hard, trying to mend fences, forge new directions of healing. Yeah, well, that's okay.
Yeah, Rachel, I'm going to go now.
Yeah.
Before I go, William, keep up the good work. As far as I'm concerned, it's water under the bridge. You said earlier about haters.
That.
I don't hate you.
Okay.
Never have.
I'm going to hold you to those words, Jim.
Pardon?
I'm going to hold you to those words.
Of course, William. Yeah.
Okay.
And also, 4D Man, I thought his appearance recently was fantastic. And I know he's got...
Oh, wasn't that a strong episode?
Yeah. He's got his sort of issues with me. As far as I'm concerned, 4D belongs on the panel as opposed to in the chat. I think he's a great guest.
He's a great guy. I agree. I couldn't agree more, Jim. And I want you guys to heal your little riff. It looked like there was a little friction, but it looked like it may be healing some positive direction there for you.
Yeah, and 4D complimented that Mancini LP, that soundtrack.
Yeah. 4D Man recommended this to me.
Yeah. Awesome. And Rachel, I really appreciate your support.
I appreciate you, Jim. Thank you.
I missed the hate campaign. You stood by me.
Yes.
And I appreciate it. And
I continue
like
to stand by you.
Myself as your protege.
You are my protege. Yeah. I have so much confidence in you, young man. You are going up and up, bigger to bigger things.
Yeah. Mello, Simon, take care.
God bless you.
Young Jim, everybody. Our young, beautiful guest. Gosh, Spring Hill Jim. There he goes. Well, guys, I think we've all learned something here tonight. William, do you have more confidence and hope for the vinyl community going forward?
I have more confidence for the William community going forward.
Okay, tell me about the William community. Who are some of your most loyal supporters? Give me some names. Drop a few names we may know.
Dave, the pickup artist.
Dave Pickup is a legend.
the legendary Dave, the pickup artist.
Legendary Dave.
Who else do you want on your team than the funniest troll in the whole VC?
He's a talent.
My #1 draft pick.
Yeah, he's very good. Okay,
and he's
Dave
got a great psych knowledge videos and records and funny jokes.
Absolutely.
I also like. There's some UK VC members who come by. I think I've always been a favorite of certain UK VC guys.
Yeah.
And then there's enough people. I get. I'll tell you what. I got enough hate watchers on my stream that I'm convinced that they love me. So
are you kidding? If people, so they watch if they don't like you and they actually watch?
It's an obsession that reaches.
How do you explain that?
I can't. I've been trying to figure out this phenomenon the entire year. How you can be so obsessed and knowledgeable and follow around someone that you just apparently you don't like him. It doesn't make sense. It's reverse hatred, which is
it makes it's the psychology of that is beyond my kin as well.
Yeah,
Holy
it takes a lot of energy to do that, and when you're doing that, it means you just love the motherfucker. So
we love blue skies as well, Simon. So what's new in 26 for you? As we got like 12 minutes to go. So what's going on with you in 2026? Where is and how's Helmet doing? Is the character still going? Are you still doing the occasional thing?
Yeah, he's still there in bits and pieces. Not done a lot of content regarding Helmet, but he's still around.
New video today?
He was on today. Yeah, I'm changing the format of the way I'm doing things. I've done a video per week for about 6 years, pretty conclusive.
You've been good with your timing on it.
And I'm thinking about doing a lot less videos and doing more live streams now, and incorporate what would have been a video into a live stream, basically.
Do you think you're going to be stronger in the live stream format than the canned video for yourself, Simon?
No, I think I'm going to be very low key. I think I'll be very low key. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it more? Is it a more volatile environment that you're inviting due to the strict, the censorship in England, and some things can go awry with the live stream because it can be so, anything could happen.
I don't think that's gonna. I don't plan for that to happen. Yeah. I think it's just going to be very much music talk and.
How are you? The one guy I'm on with all my efforts for love. The one guy that's outside my reach to heal, and I really want to heal this kid, is the Invisible Ray. I think he's a talent, but there is addiction issues or substance abuse issues. I would love nothing more than to bring this young man into my bosom and just bring healing to him as well.
You like to do this, don't you, Rachel?
Absolutely.
Well, you can get a hold of
healing. Thank you, William, for that observation. Absolutely. So, Invisible Ray, how are you and Ray getting along? And, because he's volatile. You never know what's going to happen with Ray.
Yeah, as far as I know, me and him are okay. I haven't been as involved with him as I have been in the past. I've been more focused on my channel, what I'm doing. But no, I go in there sometimes. He doesn't make many live streams anymore.
He doesn't do much anymore.
No,
he's not as...
He hasn't. He's cut down rather a lot. And there might be reasons for that. I don't know.
What do you think? If you were to hazard a guess, I'm absolutely fascinated by the whole topic.
So I pop in and say hello as I'm
like you said, substance abuse issues to cause him to back up, battling the bottle. What could be happening?
I don't know what
you couldn't even hazard a guess at this point.
I don't know, Rachel.
Okay,
it's not my business.
I just accept it. You would take you at your word there.
I think his videos are pretty funny. I will say that.
Do you think that there's an issue going on, Mello?
No, I just think he's very funny. Brilliant guy.
Yeah,
does his thing.
Yeah, but also troubled. Let's not. Invisible Ray. We're yeah, just awful. But there are issues there. All right. So this is fantastic. William, what direction are we looking for your channel to be going? The William channel, the William community, what's going to be happening? What are you going to blow the kids away with coming up in 26? Let's look at that.
2 big projects I'm working on. Acid Archive videos.
Acid Archive, it's brilliant.
Yep. And then I'm going to be spotlighting vintage record cover models. And I'm
Okay.
doing a lot of research on these models, where they came from, their history,
Yeah.
if they've
That'll
been
be
in
good.
movies, magazines. And so I'm going to try to do one per week, because I'm getting a lot of information. And in fact, here's a funny one.
Yeah, do.
I found, I don't have this 45, but there's a duo called the Models, and one of the models, Janice Pilkington, former Playboy centerfold and cast member on The Price is Right, who put out a rare 45. That's like a $300 record. So I'm trying to come up with these stories, rare records, history about the people, what they've, other things they've done. So
now,
I have
is this going to be?
Is
this going to be in the can, or are you going to do this live?
I'm more of a live streamer, but maybe it would be better as just.
It would really work well in a can presentation. Shapely Gam coming up, you know, the model. Remember Vargas doing the cars, one of the last works by what was it? Vargas, who put the girl on the car, you know, for Candio. Incredible.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So I like that idea.
There's a market for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's definitely a market for it.
If I could ask everyone watching, pumping vinyl, like the videos, we're going to
please support to this young talent from Nebraska. Please. Okay. Now, I want to thank Simon for being here. All the guests that came in earlier just to celebrate the closing down of 2025 for us. Final show. William, you had a very strong showing as well. Not as strong as Simon, but still very strong.
Simon,
it's 3 a.m. for Simon, so he's on fumes. Okay, Mello, speaking of fumes, here's Melody to take us out with a beautiful song to ring in the old and ring in the new. Here we go, Melody. A song of your choice, Mello.
It's going to be original. And this
okay,
is what
have I got you mirrored? Are you backwards? Do you need to be like this?
I'm going to get going. Have a good night.
Yeah,
y'all.
you're good now. Okay, William, feel free to.
Hey, God bless them. Happy New Year, William. Love you, brother.
Peace and
I
happy
love
New Year.
that. God, where there's hope for us, final community.
All right, this is called Light Up the Sky, because that's what I'm going to be doing on New Year's Eve. I got a big New Year's Eve gig, and then I got one on the 3rd as well. So enjoy Light Up the Sky, everybody. Every time you hear in this wondrous sound, it make you feel just like you're on a merry-go-round, and then we'll light up the sky, light up the sky. You don't have to back up, you can go as you are. We're going there together and we'll go real far, and then we'll light up the sky, light up the sky. I really got it now. I'll help you sing aloud, and maybe then we'll climb up into the sky. Every time you go, there was one big cloud. The unified voice that was singing the clouds, and then we'll light up the sky, light up the sky. I really got it now. I'll help you sing aloud, and maybe then we'll climb up into the sky. Every time you hear it, wondrous sound, it'll make you feel just like you're on a merry-go-round, and then we'll light up the sky, light up the sky.
Wow, that's got a great melody in there. You know, they don't call you Melody for nothing. That's got nice hook in it. It bundles along pretty nice. So it's it's good, man. I like it.
Thank you, Rachel. I can't wait to make a music video for it, and you know, I want to debut it on your show.
Well, I'm glad you did. We're honored by it. We want to thank you, Mela, for being here with us, and again, Simon, and everybody. Let's try and get along. And with everybody, regardless of where you're from in this big old world of ours, you know, we're only here for a short while, and then we go. Me too. So and try and enjoy the ride and be as good to one another as we can. Head over to George Borden, watch his show. He's a good guy, and that's going to do it for us for 2025. We'll be back. When's our next show?
Thank you, Pat.
Friday for the Patreon group. Patreon private stream Friday, but back publicly Sunday morning. Take care, everybody. We love you all. Bye. Peace out.
Right.